last time. Looks for Deutsch. Deutsch at the 1 into the end zone. Field play action now. Look to pass over the middle. It's intercepted by Cole Hebel. Intercepted by Hebel. Rears back, comes downfield, has Rodriguez. Rodriguez at the 40, to the 50, to the 40. Rodriguez is going to keep going.
Right, Fetting's got room, and here's Bo Fetting. Fetting's still on his feet. Fetting's gone.
Looking to pass, playing off, coming left side, picked up by Cotton. Alex Cotton with the pick, he'll take it back and into the end zone.
Turn and hand the ball off. Will Starkey, he thunders his way. 30, 20, one man to beat. He's got the middle's got a man, that's Friddle. Look out, Friddle, 40, 30, he's loose, 20, 10, touchdown.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Saturday afternoon. Welcome to another edition of High School Football on yourliveevent.com. Playoff football as it's the 11B Quarterfinals here this afternoon. The number 1 seed and defending champion Kindred Vikings hosting the Central Cass Squirrels in a rematch of a game that was played late in the regular season where Kindred, who was undefeated, obviously came away in the win in that game, but a new look coming for the Central Cass Squirrels as they'll be healthy this game. Kindred, of course, has a run roughshod through the class. Central Cass right now coming off a win last week and looking for maybe to pull an upset here in the quarterfinals and move on to next week's semifinals. I'm Joel Morgan coming to you live from Kindred High School. Jake Watroba on the camera, and joining us on the sideline is our very own Chase Miller here on yourliveevent.com. First off, Chase, weather today, perfect afternoon weather you come to expect for a playoff football in North Dakota.
Yeah, sometimes you get to Halloween and you might think that weather is going to play a factor if a team likes to throw the ball or another team just likes to run the ball. Joel, the playbook is going to be wide open here this afternoon. You might just have to fight the sun off a little bit if you have to have a kickoff or a punt return, but we're not going to talk about the wind. We're not going to talk about sub-zero temperatures. We're not talking about snow, ice, or rain, so you cannot ask for anything better. A lot of blue, a lot of red. This is picture-perfect football here in the quarterfinals in North Dakota.
Talking about not having to battle the wind, the rain, a wet ground to slow you up. And these are two teams. They can air it out when they need to. They can keep it on the ground when they need to. First, let's talk about the Central Cass Squirrels. Obviously, Owen Wiersma has led the charge on the ground. Peyton Lamar has been part of the mix in the air. And, of course, Mitchell at quarterback. He's been able to run it out if he needs to, Chase. These are two teams that can bring a well-balanced attack. And Central Cass has really been dialed in on that front.
Yeah, the one thing, Owen Wiersma, 50 yards away from 1,000 on the season, and then when they do give him a break or two, Isaac Wisniewski is pretty dynamic. And as well, I think the biggest thing here for Braden Mitchell is don't have to force the ball. You don't feel like you have to make plays. The biggest thing that I will take away early, Joel, in this contest will be seeing the line play, and you can't play from behind. I don't care if it's college, the pros, high school, pee-wee. If you're playing against a team that's got a 20-plus winning streak, and they like to hit you in the mouth, and they like to run downhill like Kindred does, you do not want to be chasing points early in this game if you're a Squirrels fan.
And the Kindred Vikings, to attest to that ground attack, their defense has been phenomenal in stopping anyone from running. They are averaging, they're allowing teams just 65 rushing yards per game. They haven't even cracked 700 rushing yards overall, their defense this season. So, Chase, like you said, you don't want to play from behind. You don't want to have to force yourself to run. You want to keep that mix going up and down field if you're Central Cass.
Yeah, and we're going to talk with Central Cass head football coach here, Joel, and Tommy Butler join us now and speaking more about some Central Cass keys to the game. But first things first, Tommy, let's recap the win up in Rowlett. You had a long bus trip to get up there and able to take care of the Braves in the opening round. So biggest thing, what do you hope to take from that game moving forward here in a much shorter distance travel game against a rival in Kindred?
Yeah, I think it's just our guys are playing with some confidence right now. I think coming off that win, being an underdog there, I think we've really bought into that. So we're ready to take on that Road Warrior mentality and have a good game today.
The biggest thing from a month ago to now, obviously Owen Wiersma is the big one. I know a lot of people talk about, but how much can you take from a scheme-wise point of view, or is it both teams know each other really well? How much can you take from the first meeting to the second meeting?
I think both teams know each other really well. To me, it comes down for our guys, we just got to play loose, play fast, and then just play with supreme confidence. Last game doesn't mean anything for this game, so our guys are ready, though.
The battle of the trenches is always going to be something to talk about in football, but I think it also starts with Kindred and yourself as well in terms of you had some really good linemen coming through here. So where are you going to see some of the wrinkles coming in early, particularly the trenches? Do you stunt, or do you say, hey, you know what, we're going to keep doing what we're doing, and that got us here to the quarterfinals?
Yeah, I think we just ride with our kids, we talked as a staff. I mean, we have all the confidence in our guys in the world. Again, 28-0. Everybody could look at that and think one thing, but this group is confident in themselves. And again, I think if we play that way and we play loose, nobody thinks we're going to win this game except these guys right here. So, we bought into that. We're just going to go have fun today.
Is this one where you want to get to space to the Peyton Lamarts, the Cooper Johnsons, to the Wisniewskis of the world? Where does Central Cass have an edge in this game from your point of view as a head coach?
I think the edge comes in the fact that we're not worried about wins and losses. We're worried about just playing for each other and having fun. We're again, like I said, we're not supposed to be here. We were supposed to be out. We're the number 11 ranked team, so we're not even supposed to be here. So for our guys, it's again just playing with confidence in each other, and I can't wait to watch these guys compete today.
Final thing for you, Tommy, before you let you go, what does Central Cass need to do well from start to finish to find themselves into the semifinals coming up next week?
Stop the run, and hit some explosive plays. We stopped that run. We hit explosive plays. We'll be going somewhere else next week.
Hey, Tommy, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck moving forward throughout this game.
I appreciate it. Go Squirrels.
Joel, back to you.
All right, Chase got a chance to talk to head coach Tommy Butler. We're going to take a break. Back with more of our pregame show here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at MRGA.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
Growers, here at Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, we are your water management contractors. We can help you with tile drainage plans, surface drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad at 701-430-0182 to get your water problems solved. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. 701-430-0182, helping farmers grow.
Hey, what you doing?
Crawling around under my planter trying to figure out if I need any maintenance parts replaced.
It's harvest time, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but the guys at RDK Enterprises keep reminding me to check now, just in case I need something ordered.
What do I look for?
Just give RDK a call and ask some questions. They are the guys I go to for answers.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We will answer all of your planter questions or come out to your farm and take a look at your planter. Give us a call, 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nb.gov/confident.
I'm Trace Tisberg. I'm confident on the stage, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Back here on the pregame show, playoff football on YourLiveEvent.com. Kindred and Central Cass in the 11B quarterfinals. Other quarterfinal matchups today at 2 o'clock. Beulah will play Shiloh Christian. The winner of that game plays the winner of this game next week at the higher seed. Valba Drake Adamus will play Dickinson Trinity. That one to begin around 2 o'clock. Also at 2 o'clock, Hillsborough Central Valley against Oaks. We have that for you on yourliveevent.com. That will be an audio-only broadcast coming up here. Again, 1:30 pregame, 2 o'clock kickoff. Talking with Chase Miller here on the sideline. And Chase, this Kindred team, we had talked to Tommy Butler here a little bit, and he talked about their run game. He talked about their line play. Those have been the two hallmarks of this Kindred Viking team, and that line play, that really feeds their ability to run, their ability for their quarterback to pass that football.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I think when you take a look at games like this, it's easy to say, Joel, but how cliche is it, but how true is it, right? If you can establish a little bit of a line of scrimmage for either team, that's going to open up your playmaking abilities. If I'm Central Cass, I'm really curious to see how they get their players in space. I think that's something that they just need to do. They do have some speed on the opposite side here for the Kindred Vikings. It's been very well noted from start to finish coming into this season with their line play, both offensively and defensively, opening up holes for Heinrich, opening up holes for the quarterback, Jorgen Swenson. So as much as we're going to talk about some airing out and, Kindred will take their shots when they can, if you can get the line game going here, as you know, Joel, and if Kindred starts really wearing out 3, 4, 5, 6 yards in a row here, they could really minimize the clock in this game too. So that'll be interesting to see how this one continues as this game unfolds.
And on top of that factor, both of these teams rely on their linemen on both sides of the football, and none have been better than the front three for Kindred this season. But yeah, if those battles stay long, you're going to look for both sides of that football to be worn down a little bit, and you want to be in the driver's seat for that matchup. Chase, and we'll hear from Matt Crane coming up here in just a little bit, but there's always two philosophies how you take a previous matchup with a team. And it was a win for 28-0 for Kindred over Central Cass last time. A lot of different factors into that game, but both coaches saying that we're at a different spot right now here at this point of the season.
Yeah, and Owen Wiersma, a two-way player too, right? He's going to start at middle linebacker here today for Central Cass. Obviously a guy that we make plenty of note of last year, a really good junior season, standout junior season this year, doing the exact same thing. They held him off against EEK to end the regular season. They had a bye week, so they already knew that they were going to be a 3 seed. And then it was just a matter of healing up, then taking that trek to Botno. So Wiersma obviously is a very big key element, but at the end of the day, I think if you would talk to fans, the question would be how much would a game changed if Wiersma played the entire time? Maybe it wouldn't have been 26-0, but if you're a Central Cass fan, Joel, you got to score. That's the one thing here against Kindred. You cannot chase the game against the Vikings, and if Kindred gets out early, how do they manipulate that style of play moving forward? But with Owen Wiersma back, that's a big piece on the chessboard that's going to be back here today for the Squirrels.
Yeah, 28-0, you take that score at face value. After the game, Coach Crane said it did not feel at all like a 28-0 game. He felt that they had just gotten beaten up on, rightfully so. It was a big game in the trenches, but some big moments in that game for the Squirrels as well. They had 2 goal line stops against Kindred, which I don't know if any team has done this season. They did that twice in the first half of that game. So there is some hallmark, landmark moments that both of these teams are going to remember as we get set to face off here in this playoff matchup. We're going to take another break here on our pregame show as Kindred gets ready to host Central Cass in the quarterfinal round of the 11B playoffs. And then we'll hear from Matt Crane, head coach of the Kindred Vikings, when we return. You're watching playoff football on yourliveevent.com.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator. At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Gordy's Travel Plaza has been serving the Castleton and surrounding community for over 50 years. They're excited for all the changes in progress and new food options in the near future at Gordy's Travel Plaza. Coming soon will be Champ's Chicken and Hangar 54 Pizza. Store renovations are in progress, and they appreciate your patience for the new store look. Thank you from Gary, Audrey, and the staff at Gordy's, which is locally owned and operated.
Thank you very much, Joel Morgan. With us now is Matt Crane, head football coach of the Kindred Vikings. And Matt, it's a picture-perfect day here for football with two rivals that like to get after it on the football field. Let's just recap your win against Langdon area Emor Munica last week. What do you hope to take in that game here in the quarterfinal round matchup against the Squirrels?
Yeah, thank you. No, it was a fun game last week. You know, I think our defense played lights out, and we can hopefully continue to ride that momentum that they're playing with. And other thing that I really liked about last week was Swenson Jorgen was throwing the ball really well last week, and you know, if we can hit in our passing game, I think we're pretty dynamic.
Let's talk about Jorgen a little bit. I know you're not going to ask him to throw the ball 15, 20 times in a game if you guys are playing your brand of football, but when you do get those passes, how has he taken the most out of it? Because he's completing, nearly 60% of his passes on the year.
I think it's all about selling that play action, and it starts with the run game for us. And so if we can get those linebackers and safeties starting to peak in the backfield and start to run downhill, you know, that's where he's got to be effective, completing those passes. And when we can, then it backs those guys off, and it helps us out all the way around. So, you know, that's the game plan, that's philosophy, and, you know, see if we can get it done.
About a month ago, how much can you take from that meeting in Castleton from here? Or is it, you know what, there maybe was one or two guys that maybe weren't in the game or I know Owen Wiersma, a lot of people talk about early, so how much can you take in terms of a month ago to today?
A little bit, a little bit, because we had a lot of the same players, but I don't know what they're going to do to us defensively, and that's where the first couple drives are going to tell a lot today, and we'll come out and we'll try some different stuff just to see how they align to it and see how they, how they're going to try and stop the run game and try to stop the basic stuff that we want to do. And so it'll be a filling out process, and I have no doubt that they're going to play physical, and it's going to be a great football game. It always is against a big rivalry like we have against Central Cass, and so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Two more things for you, Matt. I want to talk about the line, Packer, Nipstead, Sunrem. I know they get a lot of attention, rightfully so, for what they do, but what has the line, both offensive and defensively, done for this football team this season?
It's our identity. It's I haven't been blessed with a line like this, since I've been in coaching. I mean, these kids they're very coachable, they're big, they're fast, they get after it, and it's what we hang our hat on. We want to run the ball, and it all starts up front with those guys, and when they're moving bodies and they're getting off to backers and they're grinding like we want them to, it's pretty football.
Final thing for you, Matt. You maybe hit it a little bit, but what is one or two things Kindred must do here to get to the semifinals?
We have got to get them off the field on third down. Last time, we were fortunate enough to bend and not break, but they were able to move the ball. They were able to pick up some big first downs, and it seemed like it was third down and long, and they were getting some of those. And so we got to do a better job of getting off the field and keep moving the chains on offense.
Hey, Matt, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck here in the quarters.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That again, Kindred head football coach Matt Crane with us on the pregame show.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
I'm Carrie Hepper. Rodeo takes confidence. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has brought in to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels! The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
Back on the pregame show, 11B quarterfinals, Kindred against Central Cass. Joel Morgan here in the press box, Jake Watroba on the camera, Chase Miller on the sideline. Chase, we did have the coin toss, and it could be a big factor in this game as we discussed chasing points, and Kindred will start out the game with the football.
Yeah, Central Cass deferred, so it tells you right off the bat, hey, trying to find a way to get a quick stop or not play from behind. It's that catch-22. If Kindred all of a sudden runs it down your throat and they get up 7-0, it can be a very big statement. On the opposite side, if Central Cass can just get off the field somehow in a scoreless ball game and then get that offense back, Joel, we can be saying, okay, what were the 2 or 3 things that led to a particular victory or a loss, and that could be a particular thing that we'll talk about here as this game continues.
Other playoff football going on. Chase had the chance. We both had 9-man football last week. That continuing here today in the quarterfinals. Lamore Litchfield Marion defending champions against Surrey. Cavalier hosting Mayport CG. New Salem Almont versus Grant County Flasher. North Prairie hosting West Hope, Newburgh, Glenburn. Chase, you've had a chance to see Lamore Litchfield Marion. I had a chance this season to see Mayport CG. What are your thoughts on those quarterfinals of 9B football?
I was salivating over the fact to see Mayport CG and Cavalier as a 4-5 matchup. That's going to be a slobber knocker on the field. Last year for Mayport CG to be 9-man, and if Cavalier gets the Dakota Bowl, they are getting bumped up to 11-man because it'll be 4 consecutive years that they have made the Dakota Bowl and that championship. So that's one that I'm really circling. New Salem Almont, awfully good. They're going to get tested today against a team that knows them pretty well in Grant County Flash of the Storm. And Lamore Litchfield Marion Surrey, it's interesting, they've never played against each other before, Joel. So, 2 teams that maybe don't know a lot of each other. That's what makes the playoffs sometimes so fun. In this matchup, a lot of each other. Lobos and Surrey, they don't know anything about each other. So that's what makes this time of the year so much fun.
And going back to that Cavalier-Mayport CG matchup, Mayport lost to Lamore Litchfield Marion by 4 points. They had 2 missed 2-point conversions. You get those 2-point conversions, you get that win, or that game comes a little bit closer. Maybe that game being played at Mayport, I think that one, as you talked about, a really good 4-5 matchup. Home field going to be a big factor in that one.
Yeah, and I think the one thing, too, if you're Coach Adam Solon, you look through the history of Mayport CG, they haven't been to a Dakota Bowl. They really haven't been able to get past the quarterfinals or the second round in previous years in the 9-man. So this would be a big feather in the cap for head coach Adam Solo. For Cavalier, I just feel like they're a team that we don't talk about enough throughout the season. Maybe it's because where they're located. But every year, Joel, it's like, there's the Tornadoes in the quarterfinals again with a win or 2 away from being, state champs or getting back to the Fargo Dome.
Yeah, they did, and maybe part of it too is they've just been so steady over how they played. Their program has been played. The higher 2 classes in the state of North Dakota began their playoff action yesterday. Fargo South over Dickinson 38-12. Fargo North surviving Valley City in Valley City 30-28. That puts a good north-south matchup next week in the next round of the playoffs. Jamestown routing Grand Forks Central 49-20. Grand Forks Red River over Wahpeton 40-7. And we did see an upset Chase with a 5-4, but I feel like that class so wide open, none of those scores really surprising.
No, and I think Valley City was a little banged up going into the end of the season as well. So Fargo North, congratulations to Coach Adam Rowland and the squad back-to-back years that they've made the semifinals. Last year they lost to Jamestown in the semis. This year they get another crack at Fargo South. And Joel, Fargo South has losses, yes, on their resume, but all of them have been to Double-A opponents. They're unbeaten against Class A competition. Red River is going to be a lot of fun. Again, maybe a team that we haven't talked about enough as a 3 seed going out to Jamestown. So those two matchups should be pretty interesting coming up next week in 11A.
Good afternoon, ladies
So that is the 11A. The 11A playoff picture, looking at 11AA, which began last night. Century over Cheyenne, Davies over Legacy, Mandan over West Fargo, and Shanley over Minot. That sets up a semifinal in 11AA. Bismarck Century against Davies. That will be at Davies. Well, Shanley traveling out to Mandan for a chance to play at the Fargo Dome. We're going to take a break here again on our pregame show. Back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets.
And we'll send it down to the field here for the announcement of the starting lineups.
A junior, number 5, Chase Bachmeyer. At quarterback for the Squirrels, a junior, number 18, Brandon Mitchell. At running back, a senior, number 26, Owen Wiersma. On the offensive line, a junior, number 51, Tyler Cruchet. A senior, number 52, Micah Van Hall. A senior, number 58, Garrett Haugen. A senior, number 64, Kemper Pearson. And lastly, a senior wearing number 78, Dylan Sell. The Squirrels are coached by Tommy Butler and assisted by Jason Belkey, Travis Lamar, Brian Lynch, Tyler Wasling, Avery Locke, Nate Lutkemeyer, Nick Jackson, Brent Nelson, Carson Reinitz, and Riley Iverson. And now, the defensive lineup for your Kindred Vikings. At one end, a junior, number 75, Riley Sunred. At another end, a senior, number 77, Jack Packer. At nose guard, a senior, number 74, Mason Nipstead. At one linebacker for the Vikings, wearing number 1, a senior, Charlie Beaver. At another linebacker, a senior, number 24, Trey Heinrich. At linebacker, a senior, number 3, Max Uptrend. At linebacker, a sophomore, number 5, Hunter Bindis. At one cornerback, a senior, number 2, Mason Almaris. At the other cornerback, a junior, number 23, Cameron Schwartzwalter. At strong safety, a sophomore, number 21, Kylan Swenson. And at free safety for the Vikings, a senior, number 6, Jorgen Swenson. The Vikings are coached by Matt Crane, assisted by Nate Safe, Eric Burgad, Joe Harder, Brad Ambrosius, Ryan Sunram, and Jacob Efforts.
There we go. That is our starting lineup for this afternoon's matchup. We'll take a break, kickoff when we return on YourLiveEvent.com.
Plus home and auto, commercial, and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471. The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings! Team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
The broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. It is the 11B Quarterfinals, Central Cass against Kindred. 12 minutes goes up here on our Bank North scoreboard. Winner plays in the semifinals next week for a chance to go on to the Fargo Dome. Kindred trying to make it back-to-back years back in the state championship game and back-to-back years as state champions. Kindred will receive the opening kickoff. They are undefeated this season, 10-0. They were 8-0 Region 1 regular season champions. As Carter Vercoda lines up for the opening kickoff for the Central Cass Squirrels, and this one will go down to the far side of the field, and it is grabbed at about the 4-yard line. And here comes a return by Swenson, and Swenson greeted by pressure about the 15-yard line, and a nice job by special teams for Central Cass. Kindred will start with the 1st and 10 at their 15. That was Kylan Swenson on the return, as now the offense makes its way out on the field for the Kindred Vikings. Their offensive numbers this season have been impressive, nearly 400 yards per game, 100 passing, 300, just about 300 rushing per game. And Chase, that is where it really starts for the Kindred Vikings.
It does, and also Ashton Chapeski is coming out here, Joel, holding a little bit onto his right wrist. So we'll see how that makes an impact for a starting tight end here for Central Cass, getting injured there on the opening kickoff of the game.
Here we go, 1st and 10, Kindred from their own 15-yard line. Jorgen Swenson awaits for the snap. They'll set a man in motion in Kylan Swenson, who will line up in the slot far side, and it's a direct snap off to Buer, and the fullback will maybe gain about a yard or two on the carry and a second down.
Good job by Ryan Stafford coming in there as well as senior defensive tackle. 40 tackles on the season already. Kindred, Joel, showing you a little bit of a wrinkle right off the bat on the first play of the game.
Yeah, they went direct snap to their fullback. Really implemented that in the second half, the first meeting against the Squirrels, and that was a big difference maker down the stretch as motion yet again. And this time it is Swenson with the keeper, and he is brought down in the backfield, and this maybe cost him about a yard or two on the play.
Poole did a really good job here. We're talking about the defensive interior, and both coaches mentioned it right to start the game. And right now it's been Central Cass. They're going to be undersized, Joel, but if you can get that little bit of a leverage, and that's what Hoole was able to do, went one-on-one and able to make the tackle in the backfield on Swenson.
Hoole's 3rd tackle for a loss this season, 12th tackle overall. He was worked into the lineup late into the season, though a rotational guy. Now a 3rd down and 10, Kindred at their 15-yard line. And snap dropping back. Swenson looks to pass, takes this one deep downfield, has Kylan Swenson, and that one is broken up by Josiah Crandall, so the first pass attempt for Kindred is incomplete, and they go 3 and out, Chase, from their own 15-yard line. They're going to be forced to punt.
Well, it goes back to the opening coin toss, and you mentioned it, Joel. How is a tactic going to be? You defer while you're able to pin them back on the kickoff, then you have 2 really good stout plays up the middle. You force a 3rd and 10, and that's what's going to take for Central Cass to try to beat Kindred.
And here comes the punt off the foot of Sunram, and this one will touch down at about the 48-yard line, takes a squirrel's roll and will be touched at the 46 of Kindred. So Central Cass, good field position here, a 1st and 10 at about the 46-yard line of the Kindred Vikings. And Chase, a cliche, but you're going to take it series by series, play by play. Special teams, defense gets it done for you. Now the offense will be focused on what they can do here to try to get out to an early start.
Yeah, and how much are you going to use Wiersma? I mean, on the season here, Central Cass, bread and butter is Wiersma, but they got some playmakers on the outside. Now it's Kindred's chance, Joel, defensively to try to make a big play on the opposite side.
Squirrels will start this one at the 47-yard line. Trips left, one to the far side. That is Braden Mitchell, first-year starting quarterback, waiting for the first snap, and he will hand this one off, and it's redirected in the backfield to Lamar. Lamar will make a miss, picks up a block downfield, and Lamar will come out of bounds. That one was deep in the backfield, but the pitch to Lamar, and he'll pick up about 3 or so on the play and a 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, it could have been about a 7-yard loss, and fortunate for Lamar, he was able to get through the 6-foot senior's hands of Jack Packer on the play, and also picking up the backside block was a quarterback Mitchell.
That'll be a 4-yard pickup, 2nd down, and this one connects to Wiersma. Wiersma finds an opening, and he'll be just shy of the 1st down, but a good connection there as Wiersma will get him close to the 1st down marker.
Grant with the tackle, but here's the tempo from Central Cass, Joel, right off the bat.
3rd and 1.
It will be a 3rd down and 1. And a pass, this one deep downfield, knocked away, almost intercepted. They saw their chance, Chase. They went for it and just could not find an open receiver. Good defense down the way from Kindred.
Yeah, Thompson and Johnson were a little bit too close next to each other, and they're fortunate there that Kindred didn't pick off the ball, Joel. It would have resulted in a punt, but in this situation, this is 4-down territory for Tommy Butler.
On the season, Central Cass 27% on 4th down. They rolled the dice on the opening drive against against Kindred at Central Cass. As you can't feel it there, Chase, but in this press box, these fans are rocking out here in Kindred. And here we go, 4th and 1 on the 38-yard line of Kindred, and the Squirrels want to go for it here, and we're going to get a whistle. Kindred said they got the early movement, Central Cass said they got it, and it will be a false start against Central Cass. And Chase, all it does is bump you back here in this punt situation.
Yeah, Garrett Haugen, I think, flinched because across the way he had Jack Packer right underneath him, and Packer immediately pointed to Haugen right when it happened. So at the end of the day, if you're Central Cass, you'll play field position now with that 5 yards, but that was so big. And maybe you were just trying the hard count anyway, Joel, at the end of the day to see if you get the Vikings to come off sides.
We'll have to ask Coach Butler there in the postgame of what the plan was there, as Riker Brush will come to flip the field. Here comes the snap to Brush from about their own 45-yard line, and this one picked up at the 5-yard line and will be a short return. So Kindred will start this drive at their 10. Riker Brush has been a player this season. Coach Butler has felt that his punting has reached the next level. He says it's no longer just the big boots down the field, it's directional punting, and that one will pin Kindred inside of their 10.
That was a really good job, and now Kindred, Joel, they're opening 2 drives of the game at their own 15 and their own 10-yard line. So if you're going to say anybody's winning right now, battle of field position so far has gone for Central Cass.
And Kindred will start this drive, a 1st and 10 on their 10-yard line. And it's a handoff. Heinrich with the football, and he gets batted around and got an extra push on that pile. We'll see how many yards come from the spot of the official.
Yeah, Heinrich probably would have had a 1-yard gain instead, 3 to 4-yard gain. But one thing that we're seeing, Joel, is the swarming defense of Central Cass. They are trying to keep everything in front of them, and then gang tackling coming back with it as well.
And it looks like they're going to spot it with a gain of 3, so a 2nd down and 7. Heinrich's first carry picks up 3 yards on the play. Kindred Vikings, 2nd down and 7 on their 13. Their second offensive possession of this game. Swenson lines up with Heinrich right behind him. We'll go to Heinrich, run towards the left side, and he will stumble through. Probably picks up about another 4 yards on that carry.
This is one thing, if you're a Kindred Viking fan, you'll take these 3-4 yards. That time they're going on a little power play, bringing the right guard of Blake Hushka around to try to open up a little bit of a lane. Yes, it's not much right now, Joel, but it does set up a very 3rd and manageable here for the Vikings.
3rd down and 3. 48% on the season is Kindred going for 3rd downs. They'll line up at the far hash. Inside of 8 minutes to go in the first quarter on the Bank North scoreboard, and Play action, downfield, open receiver, and this one will be brought to the 40-yard line. Right into the hands of Jack McDonald.
They faked the jet sweep to Kylan Swenson, and that brought everybody up. And then good job by Jorgen as he had his man wide open, Joel, down the field. That eye candy, and the first big play of the game from scrimmage goes to Kindred.
So the Vikings will have this one at the 46. Make that the 47 of the, the 42. There we go. I could do math. 42 of the Central Cass Squirrels. They'll be in plus territory for the first time. And here we go on the 1st and 10, and handoff to Heinrich, and he is greeted right at the line of scrimmage, wrapped around immediately by Marcus Bifford, and it will be a hard gain pickup of 3.
Tackle was by number 1, Marcus Bifford.
So a 3-yard pickup and a second down and 7. 7 minutes, 40 seconds and counting to go here in the first quarter. 11B quarterfinals out here in Kindred. Swenson, the receiver at the numbers far side. Almaris near side. Plenty in the backfield for Jorgen Swenson to work with, and they'll set a man in motion. And it's a sweep into the hands of Swenson, and the defense is all over it. Swenson is brought down.
Number 21, Kylan Swenson on the carry.
And maybe for a loss there, Chase.
Yeah, good play by Cade Olsen. Tinglestead was in there as well as and Pearson here for the Central Cass Squirrels. But same motion that they just hit on 2 plays earlier, Joel. They went on the jet sweep that time. They did give it off there to Swenson coming around that jet sweep.
And Swenson will gain 2 on that play, so brings up a 3rd down and 5. Ball at the 37-yard line. Swenson will set a man in motion yet again, fakes the pitch, will come around the near side, has open field, and eludes the tackle. Nice spin move before being brought down. He was squared up one-on-one with one of the Squirrels. That was Kemper Pearson, and had a spin move to get by him. Will squeeze out a couple more yards, but now is down on the field. So Swenson is down, and we're going to have an officials timeout. We'll step aside. Back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Growers, here at Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, we are your water management contractors. We can help you with tile drainage plans, surface drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad at 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. 701-430-0182, helping farmers grow.
Hey, what you doing?
Crawling around under my planter trying to figure out if I need any maintenance parts replaced.
It's harvest time, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but the guys at RDK Enterprises keep reminding me to check now, just in case I need something ordered.
What do I look for?
Just give RDK a call and ask some questions. They are the guys I go to for answers.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We will answer all of your planter questions or come out to your farm and take a look at your planter. Give us a call, 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
And welcome back here as Jorgen Swenson, the quarterback for the Kindred Vikings, was down on the field. He'll come to the sideline, and they will bring the punting team out here. So Sunram will punt this one over. Second time this game, both possessions have ended on a punt for the Kindred Vikings, and this one down about the 2-yard line of the Central Cass Squirrels. Chase, we've seen kind of some injuries happen on both sidelines, and both of these teams coming into this one banged up, something you would expect in a hard-fought playoff game.
Yeah, we mentioned right off the bat, Ashton Chapeski was trying to make a tackle in open field on the opening kickoff, and then they're working on him right now as he's trying to, as best as possible, Mike got a stinger, and you just wonder sometimes a dislocation is what it kind of looked like, but that's not anything official. And then now the big thing will be Swenson moving forward here for Kindred as well. He was their starting free safety. He's not in right now defensively here, Joel.
And the Squirrels a 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line. And this pass will connect to Lamar. Lamar shifty, keeps himself moving. Tackled at the 16-yard line.
Mitchell's pass is complete to number 3, Peyton Lamar.
So Lamar will pick up some positive yards, and I believe they will spot him 5 on that one as Bindus ends it with the tackle.
2nd and 6.
So they've gone to Lamar. Chase, Lamar has really been a big factor offensively as of late, as trips far side, one receiver near side. 2nd down and 6. Squirrels at their own 17-yard line. Mitchell is brought down in the backfield, and the ball may have come out. Believe that was Sunram who brought the hit, and they're saying fumble, and it is. Jack Packer recovers the fumble, and a turnover forced by Kindred.
You hit it right on the nose there, Joel. Riley Sunram came and just holding the ball just 1 second too long allowed Sunram to get there, make the strip sack. And we mentioned about the Vikings line play both offensively and defensively. Defensively gets the first big turnover of the afternoon.
So Kindred will have the football 1st and 10 at the 11 of the Central Cass Squirrels, trying to open up scoring here on our Bank North scoreboard in this 11B quarterfinal matchup. And a handoff, Heinrich with the football, and he has jammed up the middle, and it may be no gain.
Also, look who's at quarterback again now for Kindred, at least in the short term here, Joel.
Yeah, and a quarterback change, as it is David Patterson, the sophomore quarterback, has come out. He has seen limited action here this season, but he has come out, and that handoff will be no gain. So a 2nd down and 10, ball at the 11 of Central Cass. Don't forget, Sunram could put it through the uprights if need be. So pressure right now on the Central Cass Squirrels, as it will be a handoff. Heinrich around the left side looking for open field. Finds a gap, but it closes out quickly. And he will get positive yards, about 2 on the pickup and a 3rd down.
Wisniewski come around, and they were able to keep Heinrich in front of him, not allow him to break to the boundary, and Wisniewski was able to finish him off. And we said it earlier in the game, you want to give Kindred 3rd and long opportunities. Joel, they did it on the first play from scrimmage, making it 3rd and 10 on the first drive. They got a 3rd and 9 upcoming here.
3rd down and 9, ball at the 10-yard line. It's been majority on the ground except for that big 40-yard play. As again, we do have a backup quarterback in for the time being, and it's going to be a direct snap. It goes to Buer, the fullback, and he is brought down at the 5-yard line, and a good play coming off the snap for Brandon Preston.
Preston and Biffert there with the tackle. This is going to be a timeout here, Joel, but it will be a 4th and a long 4.5 upcoming.
Timeout on the field. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
And welcome back here. A timeout taken on the field. Playoff football on YourLiveEvent.com. 4th down, 5 to go. Ball at the 6-yard line of the Central Cass Squirrels. It was a fumble recovered by Packer, forced by Sunram, that has given this opportunity to the Kindred Vikings, who have punted on their first 2 offensive opportunities. And now it is going to be a field goal attempt coming for Kindred. Sunram 1 for 3 on the season in field goals. This one wobbles its way through the upright, and that one is good.
Sunram with a 23-yard field goal.
So a 23-yard field goal for Sunram will make it 3-0 Kindred Vikings on the Bank North scoreboard. Squirrels will try to answer back when we return.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
3-0 on the Bank North scoreboard. Kindred gets the field goal from Riley Sunram, his 2nd of the season. He is 2 for 4, and that is his 2nd longest. Made a 29-yard field goal this year. So Kindred gets that opportunity. Sunram a big part of that with that fumble that he had forced at around the 10-yard line of Central Cass. So now it's Kindred, or rather the Central Cass Squirrels' chance to try to answer back. Sunram, line drive kick. This one will be picked up around the 15-yard line, and the Squirrels looking for a decent-sized return. They'll get this one all the way up to the 26-yard line on the return for Drew Urbach. Urbach, another player who's worked his way into the lineup as a returner in the special team role.
Take over there, 1st and 10.
It will be a 1st and 10 at the 36. And you really, up until this point, Chase, even though it's 3-0 Kindred, you don't feel like any team has really established huge control, as it will be a handoff to Wiersma, and Wiersma brings it down to the 41-yard line. A good first run to start off this drive.
Yeah, Heinrich and Upgren there with the tackle, but both teams have had their opportunities, right? 3 and out right off the bat for Central Cass's defense to get the ball in positive territory, unable to do anything with it. Then Kindred really gets a gift, Joel, and that's how they got their 3 points. But right now, been nip and tuck early on in the opening, 10 minutes of this game.
Wiersma's first carry of the game brings them 6 yards. 2nd down and 4 at the 32. They'll put some men out there on the flat, as Mitchell will connect towards the numbers on the near side, and this one will be shy of the first down as it finds its way into the hands of Cooper Johnson.
Mitchell's pass is complete to number 4.
Good job by Charlie Buer there, making the open field tackle for the shoelaces there, Joel, to make a 3rd down defensively on Kindred sides.
And that is Johnson's first reception of the season. Of the game. He has surpassed 400 yards. 3rd down and 1 for the Squirrels. It is awful loud here on the near sideline as we have under 3 minutes to go in quarter number 1. And Mitchell will come to Wiersma, and Wiersma into the pile. Mitchell will come in for the push. It looks like he comes through on our side. It'll be a matter from the near judge as to where the knees went down, and he will say he got enough for the first down.
Riley Sunrum was trying to keep him as best as possible, bring him down. Then Joel, the Bush push comes by the quarterback instead of the running back. Braden Mitchell was trying to push him forward, and that little extra shove got him the first.
So first down, this one up to the 47-yard line. Squirrels down 3-0. Trips right, 1 near side. Mitchell comes back, has time, throws to the far sideline, connects with Lamar. Lamar to the 30, out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. So a big pickup, about 33 yards on that pickup.
The speed of Peyton Lamar, we said if they could get some playmakers out in space, and they were able to do so, and Heinrich is trying to push him out, but Lamar's got wheels, and you just saw it right there, Joel, how he can be a dynamic player in this offense.
Yeah, very elusive, a very tough runner. He's worked his way into the mix of this offense for the Squirrels. 1st and 10. They are at the 23-yard line of the Kindred Vikings, and it will be Lamar deep in the backfield, needs to pick up some blocking downfield, and he'll be tackled for a loss. It was Hunter Bindis who was able to get hands on Lamar, and they're going to push him back to about the 28-yard line, so a loss of about 5.
Update for you, Joel Chapeski has ice on his shoulder. It looks like he will be out for the rest of the game here for the starting tight end for Central Cass.
So the Squirrels will have to do some adjusting of their lineup. Ashton Zapechki has, again, he was special teams mostly to start the year. He worked his way into the lineup. There's been a lot of rotational play this season for the Squirrels, who face a 2nd down and 15. Mitchell wants to run himself. Pump fakes, needs to make a decision, and will bring the pressure to the 24-yard line. So he'll pick up some yards and maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, Chase.
And he gave Kalen Swenson a good pop as well. You heard the sidelines here for Central Cass. We're going ooh and ah. Also of note, Isaac Spellhog still in at free safety after Jorgen Swenson went out of the game. So, Joel, injuries affecting both teams here early on in this contest.
That was a 4-yard pickup, 3rd down and 11. Squirrels at the Vikings 24-yard line. Mitchell dropping back, rolls near side, wants to take a shot, and incomplete. He had Cooper Johnson, and Johnson ran out of room. Trey Heinrich was on him, an incompletion, and now a 4th down.
If there is any wind, the wind is at the back of Central Cass at this particular time, Joel. Not that it makes a big difference in the contest, and I think if you would take that one back, if you were Mitchell, Joel, from our point of view on the field, there might have been some real estate to run for maybe 5 or 10 yards and make this 4th down a little more manageable.
4th down and 11. They will go for it here. Last time they went on 1st down, they were called for the penalty, got bumped back. Mitchell has some time, looking downfield, shot towards the end zone, incomplete. Little too much on that pass attempt to Cooper Johnson, an incompletion and a turnover on downs. Kindred will get the ball on their 24-yard line with a minute 32 left to play first quarter here on the Bank North scoreboard.
Joel, this is already going to be the fourth possession for Kindred in this fourth quarter. If you would have told me that both these teams would have 3+ possessions in this quarter, I would have said it probably favors Central Cass with how the Squirrels like to play. But on that Bank North scoreboard, as you said, it's Kindred right now just holding off a very feisty Squirrel team.
And Jorgen Swenson back out at the quarterback position, so I'd imagine Coach Crane will keep Swenson as a one-way player after he left with an injury after a run attempt. He'll set some men in motion, and he'll connect towards the flat, and the pass is incomplete as he tried to find Jack McDonald open. McDonald had that big 40-plus yard reception that set them up in plus territory.
We mentioned the line play, and neither team, Joel, has really got the running game going. It's been more through the air for the big plays so far for both the Vikings and the Squirrels.
2nd down and 10, and still, regardless of the running game or not, Chase, this first quarter has really gone by. And you talk about those chains of possessions have made it feel so quick here with Kindred leading 3-0. 2nd and 10, clock is stopped, play clock at 9 seconds. It will be a handoff to Heinrich, and he finds a crease, and he is up to the 30.
Poole is able to come up with the tackle. Good job by Opgran there, opening up a little bit of a seam and making it a lot more manageable here for the Vikings on the offensive side.
Vikings up to their 30-yard line, approaching a minute left to go in the first quarter on that Bank North scoreboard. This broadcast of playoff football has been authorized by special arrangements with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activity Association as there's playoff football going on everywhere throughout the state. 3rd down and 4, Kindred at their 30. And it'll be Heinrich who gets the handoff, and he bumps into his blocking. It slowed him up just a little bit and allowed Kindred's defense to move into position. Anthony Houle closed out that hole, and Heinrich will get positive yards, but probably not the big explosive play that they were hoping for on that one, Chase.
Going to be 4th down here, and about a second differential between play clock and the game clock here. And it looks like for the Central Cass defense, Joel, after missing their shot to Johnson in the end zone, talk about another 3-and-out opportunity for the Squirrels defensively.
Yeah, Sunram will punt this one off. 3 punts this quarter. Snap to Sunram. And this one touching down at the 44 will keep rolling inside of the 30. Finally is going to be touched at the 28-yard line. Good punt from Sunram. 4.6 seconds to go in the quarter.
The Squirrel 33-yard line.
So the Squirrels will get the ball at their 33-yard line with a 1st and 10. Again, winner of this one will play in the semis next week against Beulah or Shiloh Christian.
We're on the 28-yard line.
The ball will be put at the 28-yard line, a 1st and 10. Lamar gets set in motion. They'll fake the pitch to Lamar. Mitchell wants to run. Mitchell trying to cut up field across the 30 down to about the 33-yard line, and the quarter will sound as the first quarter, the buzzer will sound, as the quarter comes to an end. Mitchell will pick up a few yards, but the quarter is over. On the Bank North scoreboard, Kindred 3, Central Cass scoreless. Back with more playoff football on YourLiveEvent.com.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nb.gov/confident.
I'm Trace Tisberg. I'm confident on the stage, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator.
3-0 Kindred leads Central Cass in the 11B quarterfinals on our Bank North scoreboard. Joel Morgan on the call here. Chase Miller on the sidelines. Jake Watroba on the camera. Some may call that the JV squad, Chase.
The sidelines, thank you, Joel.
I was just saying all around in general.
Yes.
It's been a good matchup between these two teams, in second meeting between these two, and things have looked a little bit different here today. There's a lot of possessions coming in that first quarter. Here comes the first snap of quarter number 2. It comes to Wiersma. Wiersma cuts up field, and he is taken down by Sunram, and it should be just enough for that first down.
Well, you saw the Vikings defense there with Packer trying to force Wiersma to cut back in, but once Wiersma did, good job by Wiersma to put his foot in the ground, Joel, and get north to south here at Kindred.
Yeah, and a lot of patience, I think, on both sides of the football, Chase. I've been impressed by the patience that their runners have shown here to let those openings happen, let those plays develop. 1st and 10, Central Cass will be at their own 39-yard line. They are down 3-0, and the ball will go to Wiersma yet again, and he cuts to the left side and will squeeze through about an extra yard for about a 3-yard pickup.
This is one of those things, as much as we saw Central Cass play really up-tempo early on, right now they're just making sure that they get everything set in place as Wisniewski will come in and give Wiersma a quick break here, Joel, in the backfield.
And looking back to the week 1, we had that on yourliveevent.com, that win against Oak Grove, and Wisniewski had a lot of carries in that game. Lamar was worked into the offense. You think when you could get more weapons over the course of the season, that will be the biggest thing that Wiersma on this team needs, and they have that here. As speaking of Lamar, will catch a pass near the numbers and eludes the defense up to the 45-yard line, so he'll pick up 3. And more positive yards coming the way of the Central Cass Squirrels.
Yeah, Charlie Buer had an opportunity to make the tackle, unable to do so. And if you're going to miss a tackle against Lamar, he's going to have some afterburners, Joel, to get a little bit closer. And I think they're trying to figure out, again, where it was spotted as they got the sticks here looking out okay now.
So it will be a third down and 4. And that's every coach will tell you, Chase, if you can get 3 yards of play, you're in business, and that's exactly what they got on these first 2. They'll now need to stretch this one out to continue the drive. Our second quarter just underway out here in Kindred. And here we go. Mitchell dropping back, looking for some big yardage. Takes the shot, takes the hit, and it's bobbled by Cooper Johnson, incomplete. And Chase, Mitchell really took a hit at the end of that play.
He did, and give a lot of credit to Kindred there as Hunter Bindus was able to come in and make the pass, because Johnson had a shot, but then, as you mentioned, Mitchell took a big hit. So that'll be something to make note of as we get ready for the next Squirrels offensive drive.
And Vetter will come out, Riker Brush will come out to punt this football. Gets this one off, almost blocked as there was a good play at the line. Rolls back to the 20, will take a hop, and will come to the 12-yard line. A good punt. Riker Brush on the season. He's had now 11 punts that have landed inside of the 20.
The Vikings will take over there. First and 10.
Vikings will have a 1st and 10. Chase, playoff football, expect the unexpected, and I think we've seen that so far in this game. And now now that they have Jorgen Swenson healthy, and he's playing his second series since he missed one with that injury, we might see a little bit of different play calling coming for the Kindred Vikings.
Yeah, how much are you willing to open up the playbook, or do you kind of modify it and get yourself to half with the score? I think that's what Kindred's going to try to do, at least here short term.
1st and 10, ball at the 12-yard line. They will set Heinrich towards the flat. He gets a look from Swenson. They'll connect with Buer, and he will come free. He will get a first down and then some as he extends this one to the 26-yard line. And that is a 14-yard completion. That is a player who, once you can start putting him into open space, he can do a lot of things for Kindred's offense, and he does there with the first down.
And missed tackle. All of a sudden you get a missed tackle there, Joel, and it adds maybe to a 2-3-yard play to what's a first down here. So what are you going to do? You have a little eye candy there with Heinrich, and you come back there on the screen. Good play call there from Kindred.
1st and 10, Kindred up to their 26-yard line. 3-0 their lead on the Bank North scoreboard. Heinrich gets the handoff, and right up the middle, past the 30. I think they'll spot him right at the 30. That'll be a pickup of 5.
Good job by Heinrich, bulldozing his way for an extra 2 yards as he brought a Squirrel player with him. And this is what a lot of people have seen from Kindred throughout the season, right, Joel? Just run it right down between the tackles, north to south, 4, 5, 6 yards and a pop here, and that's what Kindred's looking to do right now.
Second down and 6, ball at the 30. Heinrich, the tailback. One receiver either side. Comes to Heinrich, and the defense is all over it on the tackle. Isaac Wisniewski, I know, in on the mix. A few more white jerseys, and that will be no gain.
Yeah, Wisniewski went up top. Stanford went down low, and that was a squirrel sandwich, Joel. I haven't been in between too many of those, but that one it feel good between Wisniewski and Stanford, delivering some goods there defensively.
I can imagine down on the field, Chase, you can hear the rattle of the pads on that hit.
It was just a clean hit. I mean, Heinrich went right into the teeth of the tackle, and again, Stafford at the right time with Wisniewski. It was a picture-perfect defensive play by the Squirrels.
Almaris came from the sideline, so a change of personnel coming for Kindred. They will set a man in motion. Kylan Swenson will line up in the near hash, and they go to Heinrich, and he is wrapped around at the line of scrimmage, and it may be the third straight carry with no gain, making the second straight carry with no gain, Chase.
Yeah, Ryan Stafford able to get behind and pass to Filler and Nipstead there, as Nipstead is the center and Filler the left guard, and just slanting in the hole was Ryan Stafford. No one blocked the senior, Joel, and that's not good here because Heinrich, that play was dead into right when Stafford got in the backfield.
Looks like Peyton Lamar will be the one to return this punt that will come off the foot of Sunram. Sunram averaging about 38 yards. And this one comes deep. Lamar will watch this one get by him. He did not touch it. As you can hear the oohs and ahs of the fans on the near side. Lamar must have heard something from coach on the far sideline as he went to make the play and just said, let that one get by you, and we will sacrifice the yards instead of having you touch it at a bad position on the field. So Central Cass's offense will come out. They have moved the ball efficiently. They took a shot at the end zone on a 4th down, unable to connect, but they have been close. They trail 3-0 on the Bank North scoreboard. Bank North offers a traditional and advanced products and services that keep you grounded and the head of the curve. Visit ibanknorth.com for one of their many locations here today. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. It's a pass onto the flats, and it was Cooper Johnson with the football. And he'll straddle the sideline before getting forced out shy of the 1st down.
Yeah, good blocks there for Johnson. He found his seam, and again, just get the ball out quick into space, and I think that's something that Central Cass can utilize that with Johnson, with Lamar and company, Joel. And then all of a sudden you sneak a Wiersma up the middle. That's probably going to be the bread and butter for the Squirrels moving forward in this game, because when they've got outside, that's when the missed tackles come defensively against any team.
Pickup of 8 yards, 2nd down and 2. Ball up to the 25-yard line. They will go to Wisniewski, and Wisniewski trying to find open space, but Mason Nipstead closed it out, and Wisniewski will be brought down for a loss.
Do have our first flag of the game, but Nipstead, that was like a WWE hit right there, Joel.
Yeah, 6'4", 275 pounds coming your way. It's going to be a holding, and so they will lose some yards on this 2nd down. So they will replay the down, but you can replay the down all you want to, Chase. It's not going to erase the hit that Owen Wiersma just took from Mason Nipstead.
No, and Nipstead did a really good job going down the line there, waiting for the cut by Wiersma. And once he did, he was waiting for him and give him a big old bear hug. The problem is, Joel, I would not want a bear hug in football by Mason Nipstead.
2nd down and 15. Kindred Central Cass back to their 11-yard line. Mitchell looks near side, now finds an open Lamar, knocked around, intercepted! An interception into the hands of Heinrich, and he is tackled inside the 10.
Mitchell's pass is tipped and intercepted by number 24, Trey Heinrich.
Ball got tipped, Joel, and then it went off the shoulder pad of Swenson there as they were looking across the middle for Lamar, and then Heinrich was just Johnny on the spot. Good return, and so far the only difference on the scoreboard was the fumble that resulted in points, and now it's another opportunity in that category for the Kindred Vikings.
That one, hands, shoulder pads finally caught. As you mentioned, Chase, that last turnover factored into the scoring, and this one may as well. 1st and 10, Kindred at the 1st and goal, right at the 10-yard line, and they'll go to Trey Heinrich, who is bumped back and finally stopped and may have picked up a few extra yards as there is an extra push that comes at the far side of the field, but both teams wanted flags. Neither one is going to get one.
Yeah, on the Central Cass side, Joel, that they're saying, hey, Our guys getting thrown out of bounds in Case and Olsen Tinglestead there against Nipstead, and they wanted a little extra, maybe curricular. Nothing was given on the play.
3-yard gain on the play.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, second and goal, ball at the 7-yard line. The Squirrels had a big goal line stop against the Kindred Vikings at home in that 28-0 loss in their second to last game of the regular season. They would like to come up with a big one here, as it looks like Kindred is about to take a timeout. Matt Crane will signal a timeout. We'll have a timeout on the field. 6:45 to go in the first half on the Bank North scoreboard. Kindred 3, Central Cass scoreless. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
On our Bank North scoreboard, Kindred 3, Central Cass scoreless, and Kindred threatening right now. Second and goal from the 7-yard line of the Central Cass Squirrels. The field goal for Sunram, his second of the season, was because of a fumble, a forced fumble by Sunram that Nipstead recovered. Actually, I think it was Packer who recovered it. This time it's an interception by Heinrich that has set it up, this prime scoring opportunity for the Kindred Vikings. Been a very physical game. Both teams have lost players for series or for moments because of hard hits and injuries, and what you would expect in a playoff game between two teams of this caliber. Second and goal, ball at the 7-yard line. They will get Swenson, Kylan Swenson will be out at the numbers on the near side. At the far side will be Almaris. And it will be pitched to Heinrich around the left side, and he picks up blocking downfield, and he is into the end zone. Heinrich, a 7-yard touchdown run. No flags down the field, so it will stand. And just the blocking he had in front of him, Chase, made that one look easy.
Yeah, the first block was from Packer to set the edge. The second block on the kick out was by Kylan Swenson, and then Heinrich had an easy lane into the end zone.
That is his 21st touchdown of the season. Sunram, 42 for 46 on extra points. And Sunram's kick, and it is good.
Sunram's PAT is
10-0, Kindred leads on the Bank North scoreboard. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. Trey Heinrich, his 21st touchdown of the season, a 7-yard run. All 10 points for the Kindred Vikings so far today have come from turnovers. First, the fumble recovery, and then the interception by Trey Heinrich, which he returned to the 10-yard line. Central Cass will begin the second half with the football. They have 6:40, of course, left here in the first half, and they will need to move this ball upfield. Need to start getting points, Chase. We said it all in the pregame, is you can't play from behind against a team like Kindred. And Lamar will make the catch, that is Wisniewski will make the catch at about the 10-yard line. And he is corralled back to the 10, but we'll see where they stop the progress.
Isaac Wisniewski on the return.
And that could be that could be a big play right there in itself for the Kindred Vikings, Chase.
Yeah, Wisniewski just was unable to go north to south. He was looking for a crease, looking for a lane, and then he just kept kind of bopping, and he was going east to west here. And once you go east to west and you allow those Kindred defenders to fly down the field on special teams, they didn't miss any tackles there, Joel. So next time for Wisniewski, just has to find a way to put the foot in the ground and try to get as many yards, even though there was nothing there for him to run through.
1st and 10. Squirrels on their own 14-yard line. They'll set Lamar in motion. They'll fake the sweep to Lamar. Mitchell with the football, and Mitchell up to the 15-yard line.
Great Mitchell on the carry.
He will grab a yard,
Maxwell,
maybe, and a second down.
Short gain on the play, 2nd and 9.
Awfully large possession here for Central Castro. You don't want to go 3 and out, then give Kindred a short field and then try to get up by 3 scores before the half. If you can milk some time off, at least get the ball in midfield, you'll get the ball to start the second half. So the Squirrels have to try to get something in here and put a couple of first downs together.
Wisniewski, the tailback, play action, shot towards the near side. Chase Bachmeyer, incomplete. Bachmeyer lost it at the 21-yard line, which would have been enough for the first down.
That'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Squirrels.
And now 3rd and 9 for the Squirrels. After first you surrender that interception, you can't get the goal line stop, and then the special teams kind of pins you back. You might be a little flustered if you're the Squirrels, but 3rd down and 9, a team that's 42% on 3rd downs. Mitchell has some time. Will connect on the screen pass to Wisniewski and puts his head down near the first down marker. And we'll see where the spot comes.
Really good job to give it to the outside there to Wiersma to get onto the flat. And Joel, I would get the ball in his hands quickly just for the simple fact he's got speed to kill.
And they will give him the first down. Wiersma's second catch of the game. 1st and 10. Ball at the 26-yard line of Central Cast, down 10-0 on the Bank North scoreboard. Lamar set in motion. He'll get the ball on the sweep. He is looking for some blocking. Won't get it, and he is dragged down by the arm back at the 20.
Yeah, Charlie Buer literally had the left arm of Lamar and brought it down, lassoed him down to the ground. Give a lot of credit to the Kindred linebackers right now, Joel. Really good pursuit. They're not allowing rushing lanes too much, so they just string out the play, and then if someone misses them, they have 2nd and 3rd guys there ready to make a tackle.
It's a loss of 6, brings up a 2nd down and 16. Squirrels need some chunk yardage. Mitchell has some time. Eludes the tackle, picks up a good extra block, needs to find someone open downfield, and he is tackled inside of the 20, back to the 16.
Brandon Mitchell is sacked by number 5, Hunter Bendis.
That's what this Kindred team does to you. You had the blocks at the line. He had time, but their secondary kept everybody locked up, and he just could not find an open receiver downfield, and now a 3rd down and 18.
And Bendis was like a heat-seeking missile on that play, Joel. Once he saw Mitchell going out, he said, I don't care what my coverage is, I'm going to go make a play.
Central Cast wants to take a timeout. We will as well. 10-0 on the Bank North scoreboard. We'll be back. It's coverage of the 11B quarterfinals on yourliveevent.com.
Has been serving the Castleton and surrounding community for over 50 years. They're excited for all the changes in progress and new food options in the near future at Gordy's Travel Plaza. Coming soon will be Champ's Chicken and Hangar 54 Pizza. Store renovations are in progress and they appreciate your patience for the new store look. Thank you from Gary, Audrey, and the staff at Gordy's, which is locally owned and operated.
Back here on yourliveevent.com, our score on the Bank North scoreboard. 10-0, Kindred leading Central Cast, 4:39 left to play in the first half. Chase, this has been, I would say, one of the roughest series we have seen from Central Cast, a 3rd down and 18, and they've already picked up a first down on this drive. They just maybe a little bit of, they've lost a step, a little bit of confidence. A lot has happened in the last 5 minutes of this game.
Yeah, and stories of the game can be turnovers, and that really is the storyline. It's the old Achilles heel right now. It's 2 turnovers, 10 points for the Kindred Vikings. Otherwise, Joel, we would be talking about a scoreless football game right now.
Mitchell will set a man in motion, has time, yet again, feeling pressure, rolls out to the left side, needs to find someone downfield, went to rear back, felt the player on him, and he is going to fumble it, and it's the 3rd turnover of the game. Hunter Bendis will get the fumble recovery.
Opgren forces the fumble. Bendis able to pick it up with about a half yard right in front of the Central Cast Squirrels defense, and this is a large defensive series now for the Squirrels. You cannot give up 6. You can give up 3, but if you get up 6, Joel, what do we say back in the pregame? You don't want to be chasing the game at any point for Kindred, and if I'm a Viking fan right now, Joel, this could be an early knockout punch.
An interception, 2 fumbles now in the first half of this game. And the Vikings stepping up to the line of scrimmage. Good field position here. Ball at the 27-yard line. Pitch back to Heinrich. looking for some time, and he is forced out about the 32-yard line, so he'll lose some yards.
Run by number 24, Trey Heinrich.
If you're a Squirrels fan too, Joel, if you can make a quick stop here, you got 2 timeouts left with an offense that likes to get up and down the field. I mean, heck, they've scored over 30 points per game on the season. Just Kindred's defense has been as advertised throughout the year right now.
2nd down and 5. They'll lose 5 on that play, and you're correct, Chase. As you have some time, you get a stop, you can make something happen. And you got to keep in mind, you're not just fighting for them to not advance the football. You want to keep them out of field goal range, because Riley Sunram has been great at extra points and field goals this season. Heinrich will be tackled at the 30-yard line, so he'll pick up some yards, but not a whole lot, and brings up a 3rd down and long. About a 3rd down and 12, 3rd down and 13. We'll see where the spot comes.
They're going to need a lot of Mark of Spifford and Wisniewski making plays right between the tackles there. The Squirrels can continue to do that. That's going to be awfully well for the defense here for Central Cass. And this is an interesting play call now for Kindred, Joel. Yes, it looks like a passing down, but might we see a rush to get 4 or 5 yards closer, because it's more than likely 2-down territory.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the plan. We've seen them use a lot of decoys to open up fields, those fake sweeps. As you see now, they'll put numbers out on the far side of the field, and I think we're going to get a timeout taken by Kindred. Yeah, the Vikings want to take a timeout. They'll stop us with 3:37 left to play in the first half. 10-0 Kindred leads Central Cass, and we are going to keep it right here. Chase, I would say biggest moment of the game right now for Central Cass, and they, so far on the first 2 snaps, they have answered the call.
And they have, and now Kindred with 0 timeouts remaining here for the rest of this half, so that's something to make note of. But right now, Joel, if you take a look, I've seen a lot of punts, got a fumble, turnover on downs, interception, but it's been the short field position of Kindred to take advantage of. Central Cass got short field to start the game. They haven't done anything with it offensively, but their defense has played awfully well. It's just their offense had put them in not the greatest situation when you got to start off with a 1st and goal at the 10 or a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. But right now, if you're a Kindred fan, you don't need all 13 yards here. Try to get 5 or 6, get a little bit closer. And then also, Joel, hey, if they don't score, but if they can bleed out the rest of the last 3 minutes of play clock here, that would be large from a Viking fan point of view as well, to not give the offensive opportunity for the Squirrels.
Absolutely, as this timeout comes to an end. Field goal came after a fumble recovery. Touchdown came after an interception. This opportunity coming after a fumble recovery. 3rd down and 13. Kindred at the 30 of Central Cass. And they will set Buer in motion. It will be a pass to Swenson, and Swenson makes the first tackler miss, can't make the 2nd or the 3rd. He's still on his feet, finally brought down, and that will be enough to bring him back to the original line of scrimmage.
Swenson did a lot for a little on that play, and he took a shot by Bifford as well. The pads were popping again down here. Good pursuit by the Squirrels defense.
And now looking at a 4th down and 11. So what do the Vikings want to do next? They will discuss it. As you mentioned, no timeouts, and it's a matter now of bleeding out some time. You can hear Coach Butler.
Yelling the screen, Joel.
Yeah, yelling out for that screen. And they're going to go for it here. 4th down and 11. Swenson has time. This one deep downfield. Incomplete. In and out of the hands of Kylan Swenson. Incompletion, no flags down anywhere. Central Cass will get the football at the 28-yard line, and Chase, 2:41 to go. They have timeouts on their side. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Here's a chance to end this one potentially with some points.
Yeah, Peyton Lamar just did enough and tried that back shoulder pass, Joel, having to look back. The sun maybe played a little bit in the brother-to-brother connection there for Kindred, but Lamar did just enough on that play. That was a really good ball by Jorgen as well to give his brother an opportunity at that one. For the Squirrels, you take advantage now, try to find a way to get some rhythm offensively.
Here we go, 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Mitchell recovers the low snap. Screen pass connects with Wiersma, and Wiersma down at the 35-yard line.
Screen pass complete.
So right away, a pickup of 7 yards. Wiersma unofficially 22 yards on 3 completions today.
2nd and 4.
And it'll be a 2nd down and 4.
And something to make note of, Wiersma came off Joel limping a little bit as well, so maybe just not more than ankle twist, but that would be a big blow offensively and defensively to the Squirrels.
Isaac Wisniewski will come out in his place. Wisniewski almost 400 yards rushing on the season, and he will bobble the handoff, and Mitchell's going to land on top of this one. That will be a loss of a few yards.
Just went in the breadbasket looking to fake the play action, and then right when it came through the stomach there of Wisniewski, ball came on the ground, and Mitchell very fortunate to hop on the ball because there are two blue jerseys ready to pick up that one otherwise.
Third down and 6, still very third down and manageable right now for the Squirrels. Down 10-0 on the Bank North scoreboard. Field goal in the first quarter, a touchdown extra point here in the second. Empty backfield for Mitchell. He's going to tuck, tries to run, and is tackled at the 30.
Also stopped the clock on that play. Mitchell did lose it, and then we have an injured Squirrel lineman down here as well. So a very physical game coming into it, and both teams are starting to get a little nicked up as the game has moved along.
Injury timeout on the field. We'll step aside. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Riker Brush comes out. Central Cass will punt the football with 1:20 left to play in the first half, down 10-0. Class 11B quarterfinals here on YourLiveEvent.com. Snap a little high to Brush. Gets this one off. Down at the 40, will roll out at the 34-yard line. So the Squirrels got an opportunity before the half to march upfield, could not take advantage, and they're now going to Kindred's going to prevent the ball from being in the hands of the Squirrels for this final minute and 11 seconds.
8th possession of the half here, Joel, for Kindred coming up.
And Kindred went a series without their starting quarterback, Jorgen Swenson. Swenson went out with an injury. David Pearson came out, played one series, and then Swenson came back in, really hasn't missed a beat since then. All 10 points have been the direct result of turnovers for the Central Cass Squirrels. They have turned the ball over 3 times in the first half, and Buer will get the direct snap as the fullback will pick up 3 on the run attempt.
Charlie Beaver with the carry.
And again, that has been something that the Squirrels have not been able to figure out from Kindred, has been those direct snaps to the fullback, and they've been good for pops of 2, 3, 4 yards, sometimes resulting in some good first down plays for the Kindred Vikings. 2nd down and 7, Kindred at their 39-yard line. 40 seconds and counting to go in the half. And Heinrich will get the handoff, and the defense will stop him from any positive yards.
That could very well be the final play of the first half here, Joel. Central Cass does have 2 timeouts if they want to quickly use them, but it looks like Coach Tommy Butler and the Squirrels, they're going to be content to not call those, and Kindred, they don't have to snap it, and they could find the way up by double digits here at the half.
10-0 is our score, and Kindred making no effort to make us believe that they are going to run a play here, and that will be the plan, is to run off these final 5 seconds as they will be cheered off the field by their home crowd. One half of football complete out here in Kindred on the Bank North scoreboard. Kindred 10, Central Cass scoreless. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
I'm Carrie Hepper. Rodeo takes confidence. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Since its beginning, the Central Cast Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cast High School. Through the years, that mission has broadened to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cast Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcastboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcastboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
10-0 Kindred leads at the half. Chase Miller down with Kindred coach Matt Crane.
Thank you very much, Joel. Matt, a very defensive-minded game, 15 possessions overall. What did you see from your point of view in the opening 24 minutes?
Just two teams know each other really well and are matching up against each other and taking away what they want to do. So it's been a defensive slugfest.
You've had 2 turnovers to force to get 10 points, 3 total that you forced defensively, but how big was Sunram's field goal just to kind of get you over the bar there and then finally seeing Heinrich walk in the end zone?
All points are huge, and so when we get down there, we got to get points on the board. And, it's, they're going to come sparingly. That's why, we got to take advantage of that drive at the end there. We had an opportunity, and hopefully we can take advantage of it in the second half.
Hey, Matt, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck moving forward in the game.
Thank you.
Back to you, Joel.
That was Chase talking with Matt Crane, head coach of the Kindred Vikings. First half numbers coming your way next on yourliveevent.com.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop, and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial, and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471. The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Welcome back to the half on the Bank North scoreboard. Kindred 10, Central Cast 0, 11B Quarterfinals. Our first half scoring summary. It was a tightly contested first quarter and a fumble recovered at about the 15-yard line. Ended with a field goal for Riley Sunram, his second made field goal of the season. This one from 23 yards out. That came at the 4:13 mark of the first quarter. That made it a 3-0 game. And then another turnover by Central Cast, who had 3 turnovers in the first half of the game. This one an interception by Trey Heinrich. Ended with a 7-yard run for Heinrich, his 21st touchdown of the season. The extra point for Sunram was good. That would make it a 10-0 game. And that is where our score stands here right now in a game where turnovers have been the biggest factor in the contest so far. Our first half numbers unofficially: 88 yards of offense for the Central Cass Squirrels. 67 of those have come in the air. Braden Mitchell, 10 for 15. He has thrown an interception. His longest completion went to Peyton Lamar for 33 yards. He's completed a pass to Johnson for 10, and Wiersma 3 catches, 22 yards. So it's been an air attack, just 21 yards rushing. Owen Wiersma, 18 yards on 4 carries. Braden Mitchell, 5 yards on 8 carries for the Squirrels offense. For the Kindred Vikings, 97 yards of total offense in the first half. Jorgen Swenson, 3 for 6 passing with 53 yards. He had a 40-yard completion, which is the longest on either side, to Jack McDonald. While the rushing game has gone to Trey Heinrich, 30 yards on 15 carries, including that 7-yard touchdown run. Those are our first half scoring summaries and our unofficial first half numbers. As on the Bank North scoreboard, it is Kindred 10, Central Cass scoreless. Back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
Growers, here at Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, we are your water management contractors. We can help you with tile drainage plans, surface drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad at 701-430-0182 to get your water problems solved. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. 701-430-0182, helping farmers grow.
Hey, what you doing?
Crawling around under my planter trying to figure out if I need any maintenance parts replaced.
It's harvest time, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but the guys at RDK Enterprises keep reminding me to check now, just in case I need something ordered.
What do I look for?
Just give RDK a call and ask some questions. They are the guys I go to for answers.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We will answer all of your planter questions or come out to your farm and take a look at your planter. Give us a call, 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Welcome back to the half on our Bank North scoreboard. Kindred 10, Central Cass scoreless. Bank North offers traditional and advanced products and services that keep you grounded and ahead of the curve in today's fast-paced world. For farming and ranching, business and consumer banking and lending, you'll always be headed in the right direction with Bank North. To learn more about Bank North, visit ibanknorth.com or stop by one of their locations today. It's been a busy few weeks and will continue to be for our coverage of North Dakota sports on YourLiveEvent.com. High school volleyball, Region 1, Region 2 will wrap up play for sure on Monday night. Those tournaments coming up right around the corner. More playoff football. Every other game in the state begins at 2 o'clock, so this is the earliest start time. No scores to report. We do have an audio-only broadcast of Oaks and Hillsborough Central Valley. That one, again, just getting underway. So every game just underway, nothing to report as of yet for any of the 9B or other 11B games played here throughout the state. Of course, you can always see our full schedule. Visit YourLiveEvent.com. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Twitter and keep up, as we will have a lot of postseason volleyball and, of course, more postseason football coming your way down the stretch. Let's take another break here on our half. Back with more on YourLiveEvent.com. It is Kindred 10, Central Cass 0.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nb.gov/confident.
I'm Trace Tisberg. I'm confident on the stage, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator.
And we are back here. Our score at the half, Kindred 10, Central Cass scoreless. And down with head coach Tommy Butler is Chase Miller. Chase.
Thank you very much, Joel. Tommy, you got to like how your defense has been playing, flying all the way to the football. I know the turnovers are the difference maker, but what did you see from your point of view in the opening 24 minutes, Tommy?
Exactly what you said. I thought defensively we played outstanding. I don't know how many yards. Do you know how many yards they have?
Joel, what was it? 97 yards about of offense there. 97 yards of offense for Kindred.
I mean, we'll take that all day, and one of those came on a 30-yard pass play. So, I mean, I feel like we're playing really well defensively. Our kids are locked in. Defensively, or offensively, can't turn the ball over. We got to get that run game going a little bit. But again, this group has no fear. They're ready to go play. I'm excited to watch the second half.
Final thing for you, Tommy. What's it going to take here offensively just to even get a big play of 30 yards, or just continue to find a Wiersma-Newski for 5-7 yards on the ground?
Yep, exactly what you said. We just got to get a play. One play, this place is going to get rocking. These guys are ready though. They're ready to go. We just made some adjustments. I'm excited to see how well we play now.
Hey, Tommy, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck in the second half.
Appreciate it. Go Squirrels.
Hey, Joel, let's toss it back to you.
All right, 10-7 our score. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the second half when we return on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Final few seconds on the halftime clock winding down. 10-0 Kindred. Central Cass will begin the second half of the football, and that was shaping up to be the right call, Chase. They deferred on the coin flip. They need to get points here on this drive.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter, Joel, if it takes the whole third quarter or if it's one play and a busted coverage. You just need something positive from a Central Cass point of view offensively. You played 6 quarters so far against Kindred, and you haven't been able to get anything on the scoreboard. So that is a mental part that does wear at teams at particular times. But, Joel, they got playmakers. They just need one big play, and it's just a matter of who and how is that play going to come on the opposite side here for the Central Cass Squirrels.
Yeah, and really, I'm going to say all the pressure right now is going to be on the side of Kindred in the sense that they're the 1 seed, they're the defending champions, they're the team that everyone picked to start the season and be at the Dome. And as you mentioned, one big play, one big drive, and this game really sways on the side of the Squirrels. Sunram will do the kicking. We are set to go. 12 minutes goes back up on our Bank North scoreboard, and here comes the kickoff, and this one to the 23-yard line. It winds up into the hands of Josiah Crandall, and Crandall up to the 39-yard line. So they tried to get special teams off guard there a little bit, and the Squirrels will will take that field position here to start the second half. Again, they have been close as Central Cass. 88 yards of offense unofficially compared to 97 for the Kindred Vikings, so they are just right there numbers-wise. It's that big 3 number, that big 3 turnovers that has been the huge difference maker as Braden Mitchell comes out to lead this offense, and he'll go right to Wiersma, and Wiersma trying to find some open space is down for a gain of about 2.
And a little adjustment, Marcus Biffert now at tight end here, Joel, for the Central Cass Squirrels to start this second half with Chapesky again being out for, it looks like, for the duration of this game.
And Biffert has played a lot of snaps at tight end this season. They have fluidly used the 2. Chapesky, though, has been the starter as it's a pickup of 2, second down and 8, ball at the 39-yard line. And they've done a good job picking up these 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They just have not had that big play. They had that one 33-yard play. That's been about it. They're going to need a little bit more than that here as it's Wiersma comes through for another pickup of 3.
Good job by Packer, though, making the tackle. And Wiersma, you can just kind of tell, Joel, he's not maybe at 100% right now, as when he comes up off the field, he has a little bit of a limp to him, but Packer did a really good job, because if Wiersma makes the cutback and Packer does not get any of them, Wiersma has the first, if not more.
And they're going to put Wisniewski into the backfield. It'll be Wisniewski in the backfield, 2 receivers far side. Cooper Johnson, the lead receiver on the near side. 3rd down and 4. Play action, looking for Johnson. Johnson makes the catch at the 49-yard line, and there's a first down. And the Squirrels needed that first down, and it puts them into plus territory. Marcus Biffert will go to the far sideline, so they will bring out an extra receiver. Thompson will be the receiver in the slot, far side. Cooper Johnson at the numbers, 2 receivers on the near side, Bachmeyer and Johnson. And Wisniewski in the backfield. Play action, rather, that's Lamar, and Lamar will make the catch, and he is forced out at the 44-yard line. So a pickup of 4. By my count, that is Lamar's 5th catch of the game. And the chain keeps moving.
2nd and 5.
And here we go, 2nd down and 5. Ball at the 43-yard line, and the ball will go to Wiersma, and Wiersma maybe a pickup of 2. So a 2-yard pickup, and we have lost Chase Miller. We'll try to get him back on the air here in a second.
And Joel, I think hopefully you can hear me now.
We got you, Chase.
Perfect. What I was going to say is this is about the best the Squirrels have looked for about 4 or 5 plays here offensively, Joel, of the entire game.
Squirrels come back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 4 at the 41 of the Vikings. Play action. Mitchell gets jammed up. Mitchell finds some open field, and Mitchell will bring this one to the 30-yard line. We have yet to see Mitchell get an explosive run. He does there, and the ball just keeps moving for the Squirrels.
Really good job there. The pocket collapsed. You have that play action, backside able to protect, and Mitchell was just able to come through. Mitchell was able to come through there and finish it off.
1st and 10. Squirrels up to Kindred's 30-yard line. They have mixed it up on this drive as well. It's been in the air. It's been on the ground. And it'll be Wiersma to the right side. He'll make an extra cut, which maybe turns something that might have been nothing into a yard or 2 pickup on a 2nd down.
Really good pursuit here is coming up here for the Kindred Vikings. Hushka's been able to come in there. They've rotated him a little bit with Sunram, Nipstead, and Packer throughout the game. Just 3 down linemen for the Vikings, and it's able to allow the guys in the back behind them in that second set to make some tackles.
You're looking at 3 down linemen, though, Chase. The smallest is 260, and a mobile 260 at that. As Mitchell dropping back, takes a shot. This one into the hands of Cooper Johnson, and Johnson should have the first down. We'll see where the spot comes from the official. If he's shy, it's going to be about a half a yard shy, and they are moving the change. It will be a first down.
Yeah, that was right at the line to gain there for the Central Cass Squirrels. That was good route running right there, Joel. Find your way, get 11, get right past the sticks, come back, make the catch, and able to dive forward for that first.
1st and 10, ball at the 20. Squirrels ready to move into the red zone here. Opening drive of the second half. And it'll be a handoff to Wiersma, and Wiersma finds a crease, and he is down to the 16.
Heinrich able to come in on the outside to make the tackle, and the one thing that Kindred does a really good job of, they tackle low. They're not tackling high. They're finding ways to get right to the shoelaces and make a stop.
By the way, we didn't mention this here in the game, but Wiersma has surpassed 1,000 yards for the second straight season for the Central Cass Squirrels. 2nd down and 7. Ball up to the 17-yard line. Play action. Mitchell rolling out. Gets some extra blocks. Needs to find a receiver. Mitchell instead is going to tuck and run. He is at the 10, brought down at the 9-yard line. Another 10-plus yard run for Braden Mitchell. And that is what they were missing in that first half, Chase. Mitchell can do it with his legs, and he does it there.
That's kind of backyard football, Joel. Just go make a play, right? You're going to look at your first and second read, and if it's not there, don't stand around. Get north to south here, and that's exactly what Mitchell has done not once but twice, and now first and goal opportunity for the Squirrels.
First and goal, ball at the 9-yard line. Squirrels looking for their first points of the afternoon, down 10-0. And it will go to Wiersma. Wiersma dancing around, still going on his feet. Stiff arm and into the end zone. Wiersma, a 9-yard touchdown run. That is his 18th score of the season. And the Squirrels on the opening drive of the second half find the end zone. About a 70-yard scoring drive.
Yeah, really good job starting it back at their own 39-yard line. Goes 4 minutes and 1 second, and that was the biggest crease we've seen Wiersma have this afternoon, Joel, and it came in a perfect time there at first and goal at the 9.
And they'll bring out Carter Verkota to attempt the extra point. And the snap was down, kick was up, but a flag came down. So we have not gotten the call from the official. It will be on the Squirrels. So the Squirrels will attempt this extra point from a little bit further back. They'll get bumped back 5 yards. And we'll try this one again. Verkota will attempt the extra point. Trying to make it a 10-7 game. Here it comes, the kick, and this one is good. The kick is good. It is 10-7. The Squirrels score on the opening drive to begin the second half. They pull within 3 on the Bank North scoreboard. Back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Gordy's Travel Plaza has been serving the Castleton and surrounding community for over 50 years. They're excited for all the changes in progress and new food options in the near future at Gordy's Travel Plaza. Coming soon will be Champ's Chicken and Hangar 54 Pizza. Store renovations are in progress and they appreciate your patience for the new store look. Thank you from Gary, Audrey, and the staff at Gordy's, which is locally owned and operated.
Owen Wiersma finds the end zone. Verkota gets the extra point, and the Squirrels score on the opening drive to begin the second half. And Chase, I feel like it's a double positive coming for the Squirrels because that was a good-sized drive. That was about a 4-4-second drive, and you kept the ball out of the hands for 4 minutes, 4 seconds against Kindred.
It's the first score of the season against the Kindred Vikings for the Central Cass Squirrels, and it came in a most opportune way there. They were able to get some good rushing there by Mitchell, and then you finish it off by Wiersma. We got ourselves a brand new ball game.
And here comes Verkota to kick this one off. And Verkota will go over to the far side, and this one is grabbed at the 4-yard line. And it's Swenson with the football, and Swenson eluding some tackles, but stopped at the 14-yard line. And who was that that came in at the end there? It looked like Isaac Wisniewski just charged his way through everyone, Chase, and finished off the hit.
Well, Tommy Butler said when the team came back on the field in the second half, hey, let's have some fun. Let's enjoy it. Let's have some fun. And I tell you what, you talk about momentum. Momentum is on the side right now of Central Cass.
1st and 10, Kindred at their 13-yard line. The defense holding Kindred to just 97 yards of total offense unofficially in that first half. Difference maker, of course, being those 3 turnovers by the Squirrels. And Swenson gets the snap, a handoff. Heinrich is stopped by Bifford at the 15-yard line, so a pickup of 2. Trey Heinrich, 32 yards on 16 carries unofficially. Heinrich coming into this game, 1,108 yards, 20 touchdowns. He has since added to that total. has added an extra touchdown in the mix, a pickup of 3 on that run, and a 2nd down and 7, ball up to the 15-yard line. Swenson waits for the snap, will set a man in motion, and it will be a sweep to Kylan Swenson, and Swenson able to pick up a block downfield. He is stopped at the 21-yard line. Pickup of about 6.
And that block was by Heinrich right there to allow him to get to the boundary, Joel, and get a couple more yards. And if you're Kindred here, Joel, you don't need to score, but a nice first down would be just allow to catch your breath a little bit, try to get the ball to midfield. But if you're unable to capitalize on this 3rd down, you're going to see and hear a lot of red here momentarily.
It is a 3rd down and 1. Stopped at 7:08 here in the second half, third quarter. And Heinrich gets the football, and he is stuffed up the middle, and it will come down to the spot from the official. Kate Olsen-Tinglestead, I know, was in on the mix, and they will give him the first down. Is also in on that tackle for the Central Cass Squirrels was Isaac Wisniewski, but it is enough for a first down.
And Dylan Feller pushed the pile enough to left guard there for the Kindred Vikings, the 5'11 junior, able to find that crease a little bit there, Joel, for the Vikings.
1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line, inside of 7 to go in the third quarter. Kindred trying to respond back after giving up that touchdown, and Trey Heinrich looking for open field, and all over him is Marcus Bifford, and he'll tackle him for a loss. Bifford's 4th tackle for a loss of the season, and Chase, the helmet came off. That didn't stop the celebration.
No, he actually hit his teammate there in Kate Olsen-Tinglestead harder than he hit Heinrich. Well, that's the reason why the helmet came off, but good pursuit by the Squirrels in the linebacker spot. They stuffed it right away. Heinrich had nowhere to go. He was dancing, looking for a hole, and then that becomes a 2-yard loss.
So a 2nd down and 12. Kindred at their 23-yard line. And the handoff to Heinrich, and jammed up the middle. And it'll be another stop for the Central Cass defense as Garrett Haugen closed out that gang tackle. And he'll get enough to bring it back to the original line of scrimmage, and it would be a 3rd down and 10.
Heinrich has been doing a yeoman's job here, delivering hits, taking hits. He's going to be sore after this game, but did a really good job there to probably make something out of what was really, Joel, met right at the line to at least get it back to the original line here.
When they suffered that loss against Oaks earlier in the season, Coach Butler said he felt that the coaching staff did not do what they needed to use their depth. You're looking now every other 2nd or 3rd play, you have a new group of 4 men up front to rush, and it is shown here as it's a 3rd down and 10. And dropping back is Jorgen Swenson. Swenson coming downfield, and this one into the breadbasket of Kylan Swenson, and he is tackled at the 45-yard line. So a 28-yard completion and a first down for Kindred.
Just what the doctor ordered, Joel, for Kindred. And, you know, it's been 2 big passing plays. It's really been the offense so far for the Vikings.
Again, the all 10 points for Kindred have resulted off of turnovers that they created, the interception and the fumble recovery. Ben, but you can't break right now if you're Central Cass. 1st and 10, ball at their own 44-yard line. Jorgen Swenson gets the handoff, goes to Heinrich, and Heinrich up to the 40. That will be a pickup of 4.
Run by number 24, Trey Heinrich.
Heinrich has not really had a huge carry. His largest, at least by my count, has been good for 7. That was on the first touchdown of the game, but otherwise he has been limited to 2, 3, 4, but it's the death by 1,000 cuts as he picks up 5 yards there. 2nd down and 5. Ball will move up to Central Cass's 40 as we approach 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. And it's a direct snap. Buer will get the football, and the fullback stopped at the 35-yard line.
Back to your point to Heinrich, he averages 8 yards per rush, Joel, from the line of scrimmage. So both teams here have done a really good job stuffing the run, putting 7-8 guys in the box. It's just about the playmakers on the outside that might be the difference. And also, Joel, this is just the second drive of the half. We had 15 in the first half, for crying out loud, and we're nearly done with the quarter.
Been a different look to this game. 3rd down and 1, ball at the 36-yard line. They'll go to him again, and this time it's Biffert making the tackle. Tell you what, Chase, we'll have our post-game awards. And Marcus Biffert right now, the way he has been in the second half, is making that case for himself here.
That was awfully big, and like you mentioned, I don't know if we've figured out who our player of the game is going to be, but if they can make one more stand and it comes to number 1, let's just say we're penciling him in for the post-game show.
Marcus Biffert has had to play some extra snaps at tight end on top of how well he has played defense here at that outside linebacker position. 4th and 1. Kindred will go for it, and they will go to Trey Heinrich, and it's a tackle for Biffert, but Heinrich gets over the line of scrimmage, and he'll pick up 2. The line to gain, and he'll get 2.
5 minutes have come off the clock here on the drive that started back at their own 13-yard line here for Kindred. So Central Cass got him the 3rd down a couple of times, got him the 4th, but right now it's been Kindred just to do enough to move the ball, and Kylan Swenson right now, Joel, on the 50-yard line of Kindred getting looked at right now here for the Vikings.
A change up front. Stafford will come off. Brandon Preston will come out on the field. And it will be pitched back to Heinrich. He is deep behind the line of scrimmage and picks up a block downfield, finally upended at the 28-yard line, and he'll pick up 5.
Wisniewski on the tackle, and I think you hit it right on the head, Joel. It's the bend but don't break, but if you're Kindred right now, you're melting clock, you're minimizing the amount of possessions you can get back, and even if you finish with a field goal here, Joel, that is awfully large.
Yeah, by the time this ball gets snapped, we'll be inside of 2 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. Two different demeanors on our head coaches. Tommy Butler animated out there on the sideline. Coach Crane just kind of keeping his composure on the near sideline. Both of these coaches have had success come in recent seasons with their programs, as will be another direct snap to the fullback. And they're going to say the ball is loose, and this could be Central Cass's football. It is. I don't know if you can see from where you were, Chase, who got it, but either way, it's the Squirrels' football.
Marcus Biffert just got a huge high five from everybody on the sideline. We just mentioned him the entire time. You heard fumble, you saw a scrum on the ball, and then instantly everybody said it was for Central Cass. So give Biffert, because he's getting a ton of high fives on the sideline.
And Biffert has looked so impressive on the defensive side of the football in that possession, as the Central Cass offense will come out. 1:38 left to go in the 3rd quarter. It's a handoff to Wiersma, and Wiersma right up the middle, and this is his biggest run of the game, as Wiersma will bring a defender up to the 40-yard line. How about that, Chase?
All stars got to come to play. Biffert just did defensively. Wiersma with his best rush of the game. Give him a quick blow, but you can find this team, Joel, in terms of momentum, and I think Matt Crane feels it right now with this timeout.
And a timeout taken on the field. 1:29 left to play in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
10-7, Kindred leading Central Cass here in the 3rd quarter. 1:29 left to go on the Bank North scoreboard, but Chase, this quarter right now belongs to the Central Cass Squirrels. They get a touchdown, and they get a fumble recovery, and they're feeling the momentum.
Well, it's 3 turnovers to 1. Kindred has scored 10 points, all off of turnovers in the first half. Now can Central Cass do that here in the second half? If they can go down here, Joel, and get 6, I mean, you are putting pressure right back on a team that has got a 21-game winning streak on the line in the Kindred Vikings here tonight.
1st and 10, ball at the 39-yard line. That timeout was taken by Kindred, as they just needed a second, Chase, to regroup. And they'll put some more players out up the line of scrimmage, and it's a handoff to Wisniewski. And Wisniewski doesn't skip a beat here, as he picks up about 6, now 7 yards. Finally, Trey Heinrich will throw him down. But Wisniewski was elusive on that run, his best run of the game.
They were trying to rip for the football, and what it did, Joel, it just spun Wisniewski for another yard, then spun Wisniewski for another yard after that.
So back up to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 2. Inside of a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Two receivers near side, one at the far side, and they will go to Owen Wiersma, and Wiersma just shy of the first down. As I didn't see who made that tackle, but it was a big one nonetheless, and Wiersma will be stopped shy. Are they going to measure it? No, they'll give him the first down. It looked like he was just right on the line. He will get two exactly, two on the nose, as it's a 1st and 10 ball at the 49-yard line, and this looking like it may be the final play of this third quarter, which has belonged to the Central Cass Squirrels. Ball will go to Wiersma, comes around the outside, has all sorts of blocking, a big stiff arm as he is out at the 47-yard line. That will be about a 4-yard pickup for Wisniewski, and he comes out of bounds, stops the time at 22.7.
I think we got to give a lot of credit right now to a line play here for Central Cass, Joel, of Dylan Sell, Kemper Pearson, Michael Van Hall, Tyler Cruchet, and Garrett Haugen. They're opening up some lanes that weren't there in the first half right now.
On top of that, Marcus Bifford has to come in playing more snaps at the tight end position as he will rotate in, but yeah, it has been that blocking that has made this game looks so much different here, as that was a 7-yard pickup. It will be a 2nd down and 3 ball at the 45-yard line, and they will go to Wiersma. And Wiersma threw for the first down, and he will extend it up to the 37-yard line.
Bendis comes in with the tackle, but right now we're seeing a lot more Kindred Vikings defensive players on the ground because of really good hits. We just saw Packer there on the ground in the backfield compared to what we saw in the first half. Again, it's night and day difference, Joel, in terms of positions and in terms of how this game is getting played out compared to the first 2 quarters to these 12 minutes in the third.
And Central Cass more than content to let this scoreboard get to 0. 3 quarters have been complete out here at Kindred. It is Kindred 10, Central Cass 7. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
I'm Carrie Hepper. Rodeo takes confidence. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has brought in to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
10-7 Central Cass trailing Kindred, but Central Cass, that third quarter belonged to the Squirrels, and they're hoping to carry that momentum into this final 12 minutes as we're ready to go here on our Bank North scoreboard. Stay tuned for our post-game show coming up at the end of this quarter. Maybe, Chase is hinting at maybe some overtime coming our way as this snap is bobbled by Mitchell. He'll pick it up at the 50 and just going to land on top of it at the 49-yard line. Chase, that is a big loss, but I think that's the safest play you can make on that one.
Bifford did a good job just getting on the ball, but it goes back to the first half, Joel. Central Cass stubbed their toe multiple times that resulted in a 10-0 lead for Kindred, and right now everything was going on the Squirrel side. If you're a Viking fan, that might be the break that you needed here in the second half, Joel.
14-yard loss of the play.
It will be a 2nd down and 24. And Mitchell wants to make it up here. Back to the line of scrimmage will be an incompletion. Intended receiver Cooper Johnson.
Not a bad opportunity there. Cooper beat his man, just about miscued a little bit, Joel, and it was going to be a comeback in or a comeback out as Mitchell threw it out and Johnson came back in there at the numbers.
Now a 3rd down and 24.
For the Squirrels.
Squirrels trail by 3. They scored on the opening drive of the third quarter. They were able to force a turnover against Kindred. That bad snap, trying to make that not be the momentum killer here late in this game. Mitchell with some time. He's going to run this one himself, and he is tackled for no gain. In fact, it may even be a loss. And a nice job on Kylan Swenson on the pursuit. And Mitchell and the Squirrels, no choice here with that field position. They're going to have to punt this one.
How about Tyson Johnson, the sophomore, making the big play there at 5'7". You mentioned Central Cass bringing some new guys in. Coach Matt Crane bringing some different bodies in that we maybe haven't said too much throughout the game there, Joel.
And Jorgen Swenson, a good two-way player, limited to just the quarterback side today after suffering an injury early in the game that cost him to miss a series. And this isn't the strongest punt we have seen from the Squirrels, as they maybe tried to throw a wrinkle in their offense, but it will pin them back, as this one was punted off the foot of Carter Maggio.
Rush's punt is down at the Vikings' 26-yard
So they brought out Maggio,
line.
Chase, who has played a lot of series this season, and I think that was to keep almost that punt safety against the Kindred Vikings.
Yes, it was. And for Kindred, this is just the second possession of the second half here. And if you're the Viking fans, if you're Coach Crane, this is a chance for you to go down the field, get 6. If you're Kindred, if you're Central Cass, just cannot allow the Vikings to get in the end zone.
And if you're Kindred, you want 6 or 7 plays behind another score, as a delay on the handoff will go to Trey Heinrich, and he is tackled at the 30. He'll pick up 4, and that could have been a whole lot more before that play was closed in on by Biffert. And now Biffert down on the field. We'll get an official's timeout.
You just hope for a cramp right now, nothing more. But, yeah, if Biffert doesn't make that play, Heinrich, Joel, easily has the first down.
And Biffert has been huge in the second half of this game for the Central Cass Squirrels. They were down 10-0 going into the half, and even though it was, I want to say, mistakes of their own making on those turnovers, you felt good, Central Cass, coming into the second half of this game, down 10-0. Now you're down by 3. But one of your players who's really tuned it up here in the second half is down on the field right now. We'll step aside. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop, and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial, and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton, or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
10:21 left to play in this game on the Bank North scoreboard, and Marcus Biffert able to walk himself back to the sideline. And Chase, if you're Central Cass, you're hoping for just a cramp, just the wind knocked out of him the way Marcus Biffert has played this second half.
Yeah, you really want him to come back here sooner rather than later. So for Central Cass, next man up mentality, as we talked about throughout this game.
And early for the Squirrels on that play was Isaac Wisniewski, who had just come in at that outside linebacker's position. And that will bring a first down. No, it'll be just shy of a first down for the Kindred Vikings, but you spot them 5 yards.
Yeah, tough one there as Wisniewski was trying to time the jump and come in, as it was pretty much a giveaway, Joel. He was coming on an outside blitz.
He will switch now from the far side to the near side. And plus, you're stepping into the game. You're wound up a little bit here in this contest, a 3-point game in the fourth quarter. And it's Heinrich now misdirection. It will go to Swenson. Swenson around the outside, and he is still continuing to pick up blockers. Finally stopped at the 49-yard line. That is a 14-yard pickup.
And what this does now, as much as we're going to talk about the time of the game, Joel, if you can keep moving the sticks, that's another 2 minutes roughly. If you run the ball, that'll come off the clock here for the Kindred Vikings.
On top of that, the game within the game, that chess match, is you're now in the heads of Central Cass. Squirrels, we haven't seen that play since back in the first quarter. So now you're wondering if they drop guys back for some more misdirection in the backfield. 1st and 10, ball at the 47-yard line. Kindred still not in plus territory here, but burning off plenty of time, leading by 3. Heinrich with the handoff, and he is going to come free, and a big touchdown-saving tackle comes as he is stopped at the 39-yard line, and that is Owen Wiersma.
Yeah, Wiersma made the game-saving tackle to this point of the contest, and Marcus Biffert is back on now defensively for Central Cass.
It'll be a 1st and 10, ball at the 41-yard line of Central Cass, and you notice The huddles for Kindred right now moving just a little bit slower.
For another Vikings. First down.
Time is on the side of Kindred. They lead by 3, 9.5 to go here in quarter number 4 on the Bank North scoreboard. 11B quarterfinals out here in Kindred. The Vikings, the defending state champions, have not lost this season. And a run for Heinrich up the middle, and he will be popped down after a gain of 3.
We were just talking about how the line play for Central Cass was playing well, awfully good in the third. Well, now the line play here for Kindred. Just Jack Packer with a pancake. We've seen Nifstead, Hushka, Filler, and Sunram. They're starting to come alive here on this drive for the Vikings, Joel.
That's 1,245 pounds combined of this offensive line, an average of just under 250 pounds. That is a lot to try to match up with. Some size on the other end for the Squirrels, but they probably give up about 20, 30 pounds total per lineman, as it's a 2nd down and 7 ball at the 38-yard line, and a flag comes down. Did not see where the infraction came, but you're kind of holding your breath if you're Central Cass, and now seeing some clapping coming from Ryan Safford, and it will be against the Kindred Vikings.
Yeah, that one was just on the far side of the field with the wide receiver there, just flinched a little bit. So as much as the snap over the head of the quarterback Mitchell for Central Cass proved costly, we'll see if this proves costly on the opposite side, Joel, now with 5 yards going the opposite way here for Kindred.
Makes it a 2nd down and 13. Ball back to the 43-yard line. Make that a 2nd down and 12 as they had set that man in motion, trying to get some movement, early movement from the defense. And now the ball to Trey Heinrich, and he has passed the original line of scrimmage and passed, or up to at least where this play started before that penalty. He'll pick up about 6 on his 28th carry of the game, and now brings up a 3rd down.
Pretty good play to run behind a guy named Riley Sunram, Joel, who's getting offers from Kansas State, Minnesota, Washington and company. Just a junior here for Kindred. Not a bad opportunity there just to run behind a guy that looks like he's going Division I as a junior right tackle.
6'5", 265 pounds, a very, very mobile 6'5", 265 pounds. 3rd down and 6. Ball at the Squirrels' 36-yard line. And on the sweep, Swenson with the football, and Swenson powers past the first tackler, not by the second. It's a matter of the spot as Kate Olsen-Tinglestead will make the tackle, and looks like they are going to signal for the first down. Yep. He'll get 7 yards, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice play just to get to the outside. We've seen it from both teams, that long stretch play, Joel, and sometimes you get it to the boundary, able to get outside of the numbers. Other times you got to make a cutback, and the Squirrels were trying to bring them back to some defenders, just unable to do so there for Kindred's rushing attack.
This has been a long drive for the Vikings. By the time this ball is snapped, we'll be at about the 7-minute mark of this 4th quarter. No surprise, Heinrich with the football, and he is wrapped around by Kate Olsen-Tinglestead, and he'll stop him for a gain of 3.
And to your point, Joel, Kindred started this drive with 10:34 on the clock, and one more play here. They're going to milk off 4 minutes of game action and really minimize this game, where this is just the 4th possession of the second half combined for these two teams after having 15 in the first half.
Yeah, Marcus Bifford was the star on defense here in the second half, and he has kind of had a little bit of a limited rotation after he left with the cramps or some sort of injury like that. But Kate Olsen-Tinglestead has been everywhere here on this drive, trying to help his team get a stop as it's a 2nd down and 8. And it's pitched back to Heinrich, has open field on the far side, will cut up the middle, and a flag is down near the 30-yard line, as it will be a short game, but we'll see what the call is. And it will be holding against the Kindred Vikings. 2nd penalty on this drive for Kindred.
It's going to be a spot foul too, Joel, and the question is, how far can you go with Sunram to maybe a kick? The wind, not really much at all here in the second half. If there is any, they'd be kicking it at their back. But I think if you're the Vikings, you're probably not thinking about a field goal until you get to that 10, 15-yard mark here, just to make sure you're safe with it so you don't get a block punt or something going the other way.
Ball put back to the 38-yard line. It's a 2nd down and 19. 6:10 and counting left to play here in the fourth quarter. And Swenson gets set in motion, and I think we're going to have a timeout on the near sideline. We will. Matt Crane will take a timeout. Kindred now has one timeout remaining. They lead 10-7, 6:04 left to play on the Bank North scoreboard. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
10-7, Kindred with a 3-point advantage over the Central Cass Squirrels. 11B quarterfinals here on yourliveevent.com. Second down and 19 for Kindred, and they use a timeout, just one remaining. Central Cass has all 3 timeouts on the board. It was 10-0 at the half. Central Cass began the second half with the football. It was a 70-yard scoring drive. Ended with a touchdown for Owen Wiersma. Central Cass had all sorts of momentum. They forced a fumble and then a bad snap to begin quarter number 4, and it seems like the field has tilted a little bit more towards the side of Kindred on a drive that's burned off 4 minutes. So second down and long. And it'll be pitched to Heinrich, and he is looking for some blocking. Eludes Wiersma, one-on-one with Lamar, gets by Lamar, finally tackled at the 20.
A big missed tackle there allowed Heinrich to get the extra 7 to 8 yards here. But hold the phone. We got a flag and a player down at the 40-yard line here, Joel.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if we're going to see a block in the back.
As this looks like to potentially be Owen Wiersma on the far sideline from what we can see from our point of view here, Joel.
Yeah, it'll be a penalty against the offense, and they will lose some yards. And it looks like that actually might be Josiah Crandall potentially down on this near sideline. Yeah, I believe it's Josiah Crandall. He is down. We're going to get a timeout on the field. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
And that was Josiah Crandall who took that hit on the near sideline. He is able to walk himself back over to the squirrel side of the field. This is not the first, and I would imagine may not be the last stoppage we see because of an injury, because of just how hard-hitting this game has been. Everything you would expect in a playoff game here so far. Kindred's football, second down and 26. They are back to the 44-yard line of Central Cass. The Squirrels have got some more breathing room from their for their end zone, but they time-wise not on the side of the Squirrels here. This has been a long drive. Almost 5 minutes this ball has been in the hands of the Kindred Vikings, and Heinrich will get the football. No play action. Swenson looking, shot deep downfield, and this one is caught at the 5-yard line. Opgran with the catch.
Opgran, Joel, came in with 4 catches on the season. The 6'2" tight end went up for the ball. Everybody else with that crossing pattern came across, thought someone might be in the vicinity, and Opgran, going like playing old 500 football in the backyard, just went up and grabbed it before everybody else did. And how about that type of a play there for the Kindred Vikings?
That is the biggest play of the game up until this point. On a drive again, that's burned off 5 minutes of clock. 1st and 10 from the 5-yard line. And they're going to go to Heinrich, and he is stopped at the 5-yard line, no gain.
If you're Kindred here, you know with Sunram in your back pocket, you can at least get 3. But, Joel, you could put this game almost to bed with a touchdown here.
No gain on the play.
was going to say, yeah, a field goal, you're happy about a field goal, but a touchdown, and that's going to be about it.
Central Cass will try to do something they did in the first time. That was a goal line stand, Joel, and they're going to need another one here.
2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. And early movement, and flags coming down from 2 officials. And it will be a false start.
Caden Olsen-Tinglestead was coming in, and Buer saw it, and just because the inching and creeping a little bit closer by the linebacker forced Buer there to get off his rocker, and that's the false start.
And becomes a 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Again, it feels like KOT has been involved in a lot of plays that have happened here in this 4th quarter for the Squirrels, and this drive has really feel like it has been almost the entirety of the 4th quarter. Approaching 4 minutes left to play in this game. 2nd and goal, ball at the 9-yard line. And it's play action. Swenson around the outside, and Swenson tackled at the 5. It was Brandon Preston who will stay on him, so they'll get those yards back from the penalty. Does make it a 3rd and goal.
A 4-yard gain on the play, 2nd and goal. 3rd and goal from the 6.
So 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. Again, Chase, here's where the big decision-making comes if you're Kindred. You take a shot at the end zone here, or you keep it on the ground?
I take a shot at the end zone here if I'm Coach Butler, and if you stop him, he might need a timeout.
And play action. There we go. Shot at the end zone. Intercepted. Interception. That is Cooper Johnson with the interception. And the Squirrels force a turnover at 3:24 to play.
Unfortunate there because you had Buer wide open in the end zone in the flat, but Swenson trying to thread the needle, and Johnson didn't have to move. If they go to the flat, Joel, it's a 16-7 barring point after attempt play. Instead, Swenson did not see his man in Buer going out to the flat open, and Johnson just said thank you very much. And how about a turnover on downs on that one, Joel, which is exactly what Kindred needed to do, getting that wall.
5 interceptions now in the season for Cooper Johnson. The Squirrels need to drive 80 yards for the win, and they'll go to Owen Wiersma, and Wiersma somehow turned that into positive yards as the flags will come down. This game has gotten very physical, and we'll see what the call is here on this play.
Flag on the play.
And we'll see what we get from the official on the call. Did you see anything down there, Chase?
We're going to get a face mask here on Kindred after the run by Wiersma. That's going to be a personal foul on top of it. And Joel, this is the 3rd possession here for Central Cass. Wiersma lost his shoe, so he has to come out and get a tire change. But how about Kindred? 3 turnovers they forced in the first half. They have 2 turnovers, a fumble, and an INT here for their only 2 possessions in the second half.
1st and 10. Central Cass at their 37-yard line, down by 3, botch snap. Mitchell tries to land on top of it. He does. That'll bring him back to the 25-yard line. So they'll lose some yards, but that could have been a whole lot worse, Chase, because I believe on top of that football was Nipstead. That would have been an easy scoop and score. Actually, that was Filler on top of that football. That would have been a scoop and score.
Easy scoop and score, but the problem is, one, you lose yardage, Joel, and the other problem, the time keeps on ticking here as that one, again, pretty much just goes for a run.
First, make that 2nd down in 21. Squirrels need some yardage here, and they will connect onto the flat, and it's Wisniewski who will bring this one up to the 30. They'll get 4 back.
That helps stops the clock, get a couple of yards back, but they're going to need a big play here on 3rd down, Joel. You got 2 plays in your back pocket. If you don't get the first here, you still have 3 timeouts, which is looming large right now on that scoreboard.
Squirrels driving for the win here on a trip on to the semifinals. 3rd down and 17. They are at their own 30-yard line, and Mitchell comes back. Mitchell with some time, deep shot, downfield, and incompletion. And you can see Cooper Johnson putting his hands up in the air. He thought there was a case for a pass interference. They won't call it. And now a 4th down and 17, and you can hear it from the Central Cass fans.
Yeah, the free safety, Isaac Spellhog, there might have impeded a little bit of Cooper Johnson just to try to get in front of him there, and he came in after Swenson got knocked up a little bit earlier in the game, Joel. And as you mentioned, just went to go play, again, just offense moving forward. There was a little bit of contact, but not enough to draw the flag.
And here it is. This is the game right here. 4th down and 17 for the Central Cass Squirrels. Mitchell, same play, downfield. This one is caught by Cooper Johnson, and he is up to the 30. My goodness, how did he get that through the coverage?
Best throw of the season for Mitchell, right to Johnson, and the sideline is absolutely going bananas here for Central Cass.
2 minutes, 10 seconds and counting to go. The Squirrels do have 3 timeouts remaining. You can feel the movement on the stands near side. The Squirrels 30 yards away from the end zone, trying to drive for the win and a trip onto the semis, and Wiersma will pick up a couple yards, and the Squirrels will use a timeout.
Joel, we always talk about plays of the game, and if Central Cass is even able to tie or take the lead, that could very well be the play of the season for Central Cass with Cooper Johnson.
That was a 3-yard pickup. We are stopped with a minute 54, making it a 2-yard pickup. Kindred leads by 3. The Squirrels have the football right now. They are driving for the win, or at least a chance to win or tie, and they are also marching upfield, Chase, for the upset. But how about that 4th down and long? You get the yards you need and then some.
Well, Mitchell had time, Joel, in the pocket. That was the first thing, and then he was able to step up on the throw. You go one-on-one outside to Cooper Johnson, and that was the best throw that we've seen from a Central Cass point of view all day. Now, if you're Kindred, it's the old adage here, how far can you give before Verkota's in range to tie, but you can ill afford, Joel, to give up a touchdown because you only have 1 timeout from a Kindred point of view.
Timeout comes to an end. 2nd down and 8. Squirrels at Kindred's 28-yard line. Down by 3. Mitchell with some time, and it's a screen pass. Connects to Wiersma, and Wiersma to the 15, and they will get the 1st down.
Now Central Cass is in field goal range with Verkota, so that box is checked. Now they want 6.
And a 1st down for the Squirrels. Coach Butler has said it all year. He says Verkota might be one of the best kickers. He says for sure he feels in the region, says maybe one of the best kickers in the state, but they're going to try to win it here on this drive. 1st and 10. They're at the 15-yard line, and they will go to Wiersma. Wiersma will get himself down to the 5. He's going to keep pushing, and they will stop the pile, and it should be enough for the 1st down.
They needed the 5-yard line. They're going to say it's second. Second and about a football nose here, Joel, on the sideline.
Squirrels feeling all the momentum in the world here right now, Chase.
And the clock continues to have an opportunity to tick. If you're Central Cass, Joel, you can literally take the rest of the time off here before you get in the end zone. You can really play keep away right now. You need 6, though.
And here we go, tight formation, 2nd down and 1, and they will go to Wiersma. Wiersma looking for an edge. He'll cut up field, and he is down at about the 1-yard line. They're saying touchdown. We'll see what the official rules. Have not seen the call yet.
Half-yard shy, Joel.
So Wiersma will get 5 yards. It is a 1st and goal, 43 seconds to go. And they will go to Wiersma, and the flag is down. And we are stopped with 38 seconds. And it's going to be a false start.
Tough one for Central Cass as Wiersma, Joel, spun at the 2-yard line. It looked like he was on top of a Kindred Viking player for a moment there in Spellhog, but the official saw the knee down at the yard line instead of in the end zone, because where Wiersma finished, the ball was across the goal line for the 6, but the official saw the knee come down, and instead of it being a touchdown, now with the flag on top of it, all the decisions and all the pin drops you could hear in the world on that last play, because everyone was wondering who is the flag on. It got awfully quiet here, Joel. It's been a great atmosphere in this contest.
36.4 seconds left to go. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Squirrels looking for the upset here. They burn one of their timeouts. Both teams, one timeout remaining. And you're keeping that in mind if you're the Central Cass Squirrels, Chase.
You can keep it on the ground. There's no question. You call one play here, maybe two. You know you got to give it to Wiersma, but you can't just, lollygag your way to a line. You got to be ready for another play call.
And first and goal from the 6. And they're going to try to take a pass. This one to Wiersma. Did he catch it? He is at the 5, so it's going to be a catch. And it will get them a yard back, and they will have to take their final timeout.
So that is the final timeout here for Central Cass, Joel. And Tommy Butler quickly made it. And, 2020 hindsight probably would have been the best thing for Wiersma just to bat that ball down. But, Tommy Butler here, now it's going to be said, no timeouts remaining for Central Cass. Kindred, they have won. But this is a chance where again, in your back pocket, you at least have a chance to tie, bare minimum here for Vakota. So you don't want to have a run, Joel, that takes a lot amount of time, and then maybe try to get a spike before you get to fourth down.
This has been a game that has lived up to the billing, has lived up to the anticipation, has been one of the best we've seen in Class 11B playoff football so far, and there's a whole slew of games, and I have not had a chance to check on any of them, but I can tell you right now, Chase, maybe a little biased because we're out here, this is probably the best game being played right now.
It's been fun to see. I mean, you have red, you have blue, you got rivalry, you got two teams who respect each other, but they don't like each other either. It's been fun to see.
Second and goal from the 6, so they will say there was not a yard gained on that catch for Wiersma. Let's see what the Squirrels will do here on this play. They set Lamar in motion, and they go to Wiersma. Wiersma, a cut, and he is tackled at the 2-yard line. And the Squirrels need to hurry up here with the football. And now we're going to get an official timeout.
Heinrich is down and in pain. He might have had his shoulder dislocated because he is not putting any pressure on his right shoulder at all here for Kindred.
An official's timeout, 16.2 seconds left to go. The ball is at the 2-yard line. We'll step aside. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings! Team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
Growers, here at Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, we are your water management contractors. We can help you with tile drainage plans, surface drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad at 701-430-0182 to get your water problems solved. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. 701-430-0182, helping farmers grow.
And we are back here in Kindred, and Trey Heinrich still down on the field. He had suffered an injury trying to stop that run from Owen Wiersma. 17 seconds left in this game. They did add 0.8 back into the game as it's a 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line. But the concern from everyone in attendance right now is the injured player for Kindred down here on the field. So the training staff, Coach Crane, everyone out there right now tending to Trey Heinrich, the senior. And we will step aside again here, but that is what's going on here in this game. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
The perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
And back here at Kindred, 10-7 on the Bank North scoreboard, 17 seconds left to play. And Trey Heinrich is still down on the field right now for the Kindred Vikings. He has set up, but there's been plenty of movement on his end, and now he is going to be helped to his feet. And you're going to hear that round of applause from both fans. As it was just about dead silent in here, Chase, as both sides concerned for the safety of that young man, but he is able to walk himself back to the near sideline.
Yeah, now a new player will have to come in here for the Kindred Vikings and play at that linebacker spot. Just a situation you never want to see. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is, but here in a playoff game, you just ill afford to see injuries, but we've seen it from both teams a little bit here for this hard-hitting football game, Joel.
Third and goal at the 2. The Squirrels driving to win with 17 seconds left to go. And there's a stoppage. The officials want time added. They did not signal for the start of time.
They just need the play clock to be reset, currently at 40. So just need the play clock to get back to 25 and then get whistled in from there.
All right, there we go. 17 seconds to go. Ball at the 2-yard line. They'll go to Wiersma. Wiersma extends it. Is he into the end zone? No call yet from the official. Touchdown! Owen Wiersma, the 2-yard touchdown run, and Central Cass has taken the lead. They have taken the lead 16-10. This place has erupted as Central Cass scores with 12.7 seconds left to go. And now Verkota will attempt an extra point. And here we go, the extra point. That is good. It is 14-10. Central Cass leads, 12.7 seconds left to play. The Squirrels fell behind. They came roaring back, and Kindred is rocking. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
I'm confident on the stage, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
By about 2 inches.
14-10, the score on the Bank North scoreboard. Chase Miller on the sideline, Joel Morgan in the press box, Jake Wetruba on the camera, and Chase, one timeout left for the Kindred Vikings. They are a team more than capable of driving whatever is needed here to extend their season and win this game, but Central Cass, they are 12.7 seconds away from an upset.
Kindred's won 5 straight in the series. If you're the Kindred Vikings, a 21-game winning streak is on the line. Your chance to win back-to-back games and go undefeated and win a Dakota Bowl is on the line. On the opposite side for the Squirrels, Joel, they're trying to make the semifinals. They've been able to do so the last couple years. Now it's just a matter of where do you go at the kick, and if you're Kindred, you can't take too much time here on the kickoff unless you're going to bring it all the way back to the house.
Verkota, who kicked that extra point, he has made both of them today. will get set for the kickoff, and this one is back deep, and it will go to Charlie Buer with the football, and he's going to get himself free. Look at this, a big play. He is down at the 39-yard line. 8 seconds left to go with a timeout remaining. Chase, you said make the most of that opportunity if you're going to burn off time, and he did there.
Well, and now if you're Kindred, you can stop the clock again with the first down, a timeout, or also use it quickly and get out of bounds. You don't need the Hail Mary shot here, Joel, with 8 seconds, but it has to be quick.
Chase, if you're losing your voice, how are these coaches doing on these sidelines right now?
I'm running down the other way, and I'm not in shape like these coaches and these players, Joel.
1st and 10. Kindred on their 39-yard line. They are down by 4. They need a touchdown. They cannot settle for a field goal to extend their season, their winning streak. Prevent defense right now from Central Cass. And Swenson, a big completion, and this will bring it to the 43-yard line. 1.7 seconds to go.
Exactly what you wanted to do from a Kindred point of view here. Get a good chunk yardage. Biffert was able to make the tackle, but get enough, Joel, to put you in perfect situation here for a Hail Mary touchdown. And about 6-7 years ago at Sid-City Stadium, Kindred won on a Hail Mary against a different team in red in the Shanley Deacons. They would lose to Bismarck St. Mary's in the state championship, but they have been in this situation before in program history.
1.7 seconds left to go. Ball at the 44-yard line of Central Cass. Kindred 10-0 on the season. As we mentioned, that long winning streak, defending champions. They have not lost a game since Hillsborough Central Valley beat them in week 2 last season, 26-20. Lisbon held them to 19 points. That is a season low up until this point. That 19-point win against Lisbon in week 1 was the closest game Kindred has been in this year. Their next one was last week. They won 27-6 against Langdon area Edmore Munich. So a lot going into this next 1.7 seconds of play. Here we go, 1.7 seconds left to play. 4 receivers left, 1 on the right side. Empty backfield for Jorgen Swenson. Swenson's gonna roll out. No time left on the clock, and he is tackled back at the 45-yard line. And the Central Cass Squirrels are the giant killers here in Kindred. They defeat the Vikings 14-10, and they will move on to the semifinals. The fans are storming the field. What a win for the Squirrels here today. Owen Wiersma gets the winning touchdown with 12.7 seconds to play.
On behalf of Kindred Public Schools, thank you for attending today's contest.
What a heartbreaker if you're the Kindred Vikings, but the Squirrels, they played their hearts out. Kindred played their hearts out. The matchup we were expecting between these two teams comes to fruition. Kindred will end their season at 10-1. Central Cass will move on to the semifinals. They are now 8-2 on the year. And Chase, you're down there right now in the mix. It has to be wild out there on the sideline.
The eruption, the sideline completely just went into euphoria. Again, you break a 5-game losing streak. You beat your rival on their home turf. You knock off a 21-game winning streak to boot as well. And Joel, it was turnovers and points off turnovers. That was the story of the game. Kindred scored 10 off of 3. Central Cass 14 off of 2, and they did enough to find themselves back to the semifinals. And now they are big Shiloh Christian fans, because if Shiloh can beat Beulah, there might be a chance that Castleton could host a semifinal game. If Beulah wins, they got to make the trek out to Cole Country, Joel, coming up next Saturday.
We're going to take a break here. We'll come back with our postgame show next, but a win tonight, or this afternoon, 14-10, Central Cass defeating Kindred. Our final on the Bank North scoreboard postgame show coming your way next.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator. At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Gordy's Travel Plaza has been serving the Castleton and surrounding community for over 50 years. They're excited for all the changes in progress and new food options in the near future at Gordy's Travel Plaza. Coming soon will be Champ's Chicken and Hangar 54 Pizza. Store renovations are in progress and they appreciate your patience for the new store look. Thank you from Gary, Audrey, and the staff at Gordy's, which is locally owned and operated. The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
And welcome back here. Our final Central Cass upsetting Kindred 14-10 in the quarterfinals, and Chase Miller down on the sideline with Tommy Butler.
Thank you very much, Joel. And Tommy and I were just talking game of turnovers. First half, they went against you. Second half, you turned Kindred over twice. Cooper Johnson with the pick in the end zone gets the big 4th and 13, and then Wiersma stretches in for the end zone. What is going through your mind when you're seeing that unfold in front of you, going 80 yards to get the go-ahead and game-winning score?
It's what we practice. I'm not kidding you. We practice those scenarios for those reasons. You know, we get them down, you know, we cheat them, we call holding, we do all that stuff for this right here. Okay, this is unbelievable. The crowd was amazing. Our kids played their freaking butts off. I mean, I couldn't be more proud of the way these guys played. I mean, there's so many guys that just made so many freaking plays, so I couldn't be more proud of the way these guys played, though.
Let's talk about Marcus Spiffer. When Chapesky goes out from the very first opening kickoff, he has to play a little more tight end. He continues to make tackles. I mean, that was just a guy that was flying all over the field today.
Absolute gutsy effort from him. Carter Maj had his knee hurt, comes in, plays tight end, never played that before. Said, oh, frick yeah, I'll do it. So, again, just total attitude of how our kids play, how they practice. Again, I couldn't be more proud of the way they played.
Hey, Tommy, final thing, and then we'll get some player interviews. What was the difference from what the second half started compared to what the first half started? I know when you came on the field, you told your kids to have fun, enjoy it as much as possible, but what did you see from your sideline once Wiersma got that first touchdown? Did it feel like a dam, so to speak, broke a little bit for you?
100%. You know, we needed to get some momentum. I mean, going down there and scoring, I mean, we could feel it on our sideline. You know, we had a couple bad snaps that kind of hurt us a little bit, but again, the thing I'm most proud of these guys is the resiliency that they had, the fact that we didn't panic, we didn't freak out. It's 4th and 19, not one guy over here was moping. Cooper comes up with a big catch. Braden Mitchell doesn't play a good half at all. Second half comes back, does exactly what we knew we could do. You know, so O-line played amazing. I mean, it was just an unbelievable effort.
Hey, congratulations, Tommy, first and foremost on the win. Enjoy the semifinals. It'll be a fun week here in Castleton coming up.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Again, let's go back to you, Joel.
Chase Miller down there on the sideline. He's going to find some more players for us to talk to, but it is 14-10. The final score. Central Cass ends that long winning streak for the Kindred Vikings. The Vikings have not lost since week 2 of last season when they suffered that loss against Hillsborough Central Valley, 26-20. So a win tonight or this afternoon for Central Cass. They are 8-2 on the season. On to the semifinals TBD tomorrow. It's either going to be Beulah or Shiloh. That game underway. Have not been able to find any scores on that game. Kindred will end their season 11-1. The defending state champions will not get a chance to repeat as they played their hearts out. Central Cass played their hearts out, and it was ultimately Owen Wiersma scoring that touchdown with 12 seconds left to play. That secured the win for the Central Cass Squirrels here on this contest. And now we have Chase Miller. He's with Owen Wiersma as Owen's going to get himself in position there. And now, Chase, let's hear from Owen.
Thank you very much, Owen. Congratulations on the win, first and foremost. What was the difference from your point of view in the second half to climb out on top here in Kindred and beat the defending state champs?
One of the biggest differences is that we didn't have any turnovers the second half, or at least I think so. We had no turnovers second half. We didn't give them any opportunities that they didn't need, and also we just believed in ourselves. We knew that we could do it. We had ourselves in the right situation to do it, and we just pulled through.
Did you feel like once you got that first touchdown of the game to start the second half to get it to 10-7, did you feel like the momentum came back on your side to say, okay, we got the first one, now it's just a matter about finishing this contest off, Owen?
Oh yeah, 100%. Right, once I scored that first touchdown, it was the first time we scored against them in 2 years. First time we put up 0, second time put up 0 this time. Once I scored the first touchdown, I knew it was our time to come out.
Take us through the emotions. It's a goal line stand. Cooper Johnson gets the pick. Then it's fourth and feels like a country mile. He's able to come up with a big play there with Mitchell finding Johnson, and then you finally got in the end zone. You were close the first time. Second time you got in. Take us through that final 2-minute stretch here from your point of view on the field.
Oh, it was unbelievable. Just when we thought that we were pushed back, we couldn't do anything. We pulled through. Cooper with a big play. We just had to believe in everyone. Everyone had to have that trust in everyone, or else we wouldn't be able to do it. And right when I punched that in, I just knew it was celebrating time, baby.
Hey, final thing for you before we let you go. How sweet does this sound, Central Cass to the semifinals next Saturday?
You couldn't tell me anything better to put a smile on my face.
Hey, Owen, congratulations and best of luck next week in the semifinals.
Thank you very much.
Owen Wiersma, Joel, let's toss it back to you in the box.
Let's get Coach Lamar standing there right behind you as well.
Hey, Travis, congratulations first and foremost on the win. I know we've been talking about this, throughout the week in terms of Central Cass Kindred. You saw a lot of pomp and circumstance in the stands. It was a hard-hitting football game. But what, from your point of view, was the difference maker to put you guys over the top here in this quarterfinal round matchup?
Honestly, I mean, we challenge our kids every day. We put them through scenarios and stuff every day. We're in their face every day, trying to put pressure on them, And these last few weeks, they've had plenty of pressure. You go back to last week, second down and 100, and we pick up the first down. And you get here, we're down 10-0 at halftime. There was no panic in these kids. These kids have been here before. In the past, we panicked, right? Come out, we lose 28-0. But today, not today. These guys, I'm so proud of this team. I'm so proud of this coaching staff. We've been working for this win for so long, and we finally got it. And we got 2 more to go get. We'll take one at a time, but this is pretty sweet. And they're a great team. I mean, to beat Kindred, on their turf, that's a huge win for our program.
Yeah, 21-game winning streak for them comes to a close. You snap a 5-game losing streak against Kindred, but more importantly, a semifinal round matchup against Beulah or Shiloh Christian. What's the next week now for you guys have to be in terms of preparation, because you're going to get a good team, maybe a team you don't see too often, but Travis, the old adage, what's next in sports, and that's what's next. But it's got to be a lot of fun to know that you're going to be the Final Four teams here in 11B.
I'm just glad we get to keep doing it. I mean, we'll do film again tomorrow night like we do every week. We'll come in, we'll practice Monday, watch some more film Monday, and just keep going. Whatever opponent we get, we know we're going to be on the road. We accept that. We talked to the guys at the beginning of the playoffs. We said we're going to be road warriors all the way to the Fargo Dome, and we're 2 for 2.
Hey, Travis, congratulations. Enjoy this one, and best of luck next week in the semis.
Thanks, man.
That's a good toss back to you, Joel.
All right, thank you, Chase Miller, and he is down there on the sideline, and we're hoping to get a chance to talk to some more players. But as we wait for that, let's give out some awards, and our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, Chase Miller, already talked to him. Owen Wiersma, 2 touchdowns in the contest, and of course that game winner coming with 12.7 seconds left to go, and he is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game in this playoff win for the Central Cass Squirrels. Tomorrow is happening right now. More than ever, the world needs safe, secure, sustainable, and affordable sources of energy. Visit tomorrowison.com. Enbridge, life takes energy. That is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. And now our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. First, that will go to Marcus Biffert, who just was fantastic in that second half, had some big plays on defense. He was a part of that. He had that fumble recovery that came in the second half. He'll be the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. He played everywhere. He is the RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. RDK Enterprises of Hillsboro and Drayton. We'll get our RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game, and actually one of the guys who was part of that Precision Play of the Game, Cooper Johnson, down on the field with Chase Miller. Let's send it down to Chase.
Thank you very much, Joel. Cooper, congratulations on the win. We were talking a little bit here before you came on. I asked you what was sweeter, the pick in the end zone or the 4th and long on the sideline right in front of your bench. Which one did you kind of say, okay, one was sweeter, but which one did you think put you guys over the top?
I would say the catch. The catch was it was all that or nothing. It kept us alive, and momentum really came our way, and we just pounded it in.
And for you guys, when you saw Owen Wiersma get that touchdown with about 13 seconds left, what is going through your mind in terms of the final 13 seconds to kind of get the monkey off your back that is a good team and a rival here in the Kindred Vikings?
Oh, I don't know. Owen crossed that, and I couldn't even act. It was the best feeling we've had all season. We've worked so hard for it, and it was just stop whatever that came next, and we did, and it felt great.
How about your quarterback in Braden Mitchell, able to run around in the second half, make some plays, able to find you guys? What did you see from him and his ability to just make those plays when the game needed it most?
I love having him as my QB. He's more mobile. We've never had a QB quite like this. He didn't have a lot of time, and he's just doing his best. In the second half, that was his half. He was making all kinds of plays, and he kept us in it.
Take us through the final play. QB Swenson gets tripped up in the backfield, zeros, the place erupts. What's going through your mind?
I was a little scared of what they're going to throw, and hopefully I was just hoping we could get it down, but I heard that Wiz was he was rushing, and watching him go down, I don't know. It was the whole thing was crazy. Literally the best feeling in the world.
Hey, Cooper, congratulations on the win. Best of luck next week coming up in the semifinals.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That again, Cooper Johnson with us here on the postgame show. Let's toss it back up to you in the box.
All right, thank you, Chase. Cooper Johnson, part of our RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game. That interception and then that big catch downfield on a 4th and long that continued the drive for the winning touchdown. What we're going to do is we're going to take a break here on our post-game show. Let's Chase Miller catch his breath. We'll catch our breath up here, and then we'll tell you what's next for the Central Cass Squirrels team when we return on YourLiveEvent.com.
I'm Carrie Hepper. Rodeo takes confidence. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has brought in to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels! The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
Back here on the postgame show, and Chase Miller lining up Matt Crane for us. A win here, our final on the Bank North scoreboard, 14-10. 14-10, the win for Central Cass. They defeat the defending state champion Kindred Vikings. Opponent and location TBD for next week in the semifinals. Shiloh and Beulah battling it out. Shiloh leading 14-8. That one is headed into the fourth quarter, and now let's send it down the field with Chase Miller.
Thank you very much, Joel. Matt, first and foremost, a tremendous season. I know it comes up short here at home in the quarterfinals, but what can you say about this team from top to finish? They had the bullseye on their back to start fall camp back in August. You took everyone's best shot, and it just came down to the final seconds here in this quarterfinal round matchup.
Yeah, thanks. incredibly proud of this group of kids. You know, they played their hearts out, and you know, unfortunately it came up short today, and I give a ton of credit to Central Cass, their staff, their players played a great game today, but you know, this team, walking away from this team here, they're one of the best to ever do it, wearing Kindred blue, and incredibly proud of them.
What can you say that this senior class was able to do as juniors last year, be part of a team that won 21 straight games as well, bring a championship back here? I know there was big goals for this year's squad as well to try to get back to the Dome, but what did this senior team do both on and off the field? You know, and they're still obviously got a few months left to see them in the hallways, which is the good thing, Matt, but obviously as football players, their career comes to an end.
Yeah, you know, and that's sports, and that's the, you know, the beauty of and how much fun it is when you're able to come out on top and you're able to win those games. You know, it means so much because it's tough to come by, and you know, like you said, 21 straight games. I mean, that's something that these guys need to be really proud of, because it is tough to do. We beat some really good teams, you know, during that stretch, and so you know, we had lofty goals this year. Like we wanted to run it back. Obviously, we came up short today, and so. Like I said, I give a ton of credit to those guys that we played against today, but I tell you what, I couldn't be more proud of a group of kids, and you know, I just loved coaching them.
Final thing for you, Matt, just what was the difference from the first half to the second half from your point of view? I know we were talking at the half, 15 combined possessions, and in the second half here, there was just 6. So what was just the difference from your point of view from the opening 24 minutes to the second?
You know, we were finally able to get some extended drives and finally able to move the ball. We just turned the ball over, you know, and it killed us. And so we talked about it before the game, that, you know, this game certainly could come down to ball security, and you know, we had one long drive and we had a fumble, and then at the very end of the game we drove all the way down, I think, to the 5-yard line and threw an interception. And so you know, those are things you can't do against a good team, and we did it, and so unfortunately came up on the wrong side.
Hey, Matt, as always, thanks so much for your time throughout this season, and I know it's going to be a fun winter with some sports that are coming up in the spring as well, but thanks so much for everything throughout the year and this week as well.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Let's toss it back to you, Joel.
All right, thank you, Chase Miller, talking to Matt Crane, head coach of the Kindred Vikings, as they suffer the loss here in the quarterfinals, 14-10 to the Central Cass girls. That is the final on our Bank North scoreboard. My thanks to Jake Watroba, who's been fantastic on camera for us, as well as been taking some scores for us. Again, Shiloh leads 14-8 going into the fourth quarter against Beulah. That will be determine the next opponent and the next location for the Central Cass Squirrels team. My thanks to all of our fantastic sponsors, both from Kindred, both from Central Cass. Thanks to Matt Crane for allowing us out here, and Matt Crane giving us time after that tough loss and his time before the game, access to the players as always. Thanks to the Activities Association, everyone so far who has made all of our broadcasts possible here this season. That will do it for our broadcast out here live from Kindred in the 11B quarterfinals. Central Cass upsets Kindred 14-10. That is the final on the Bank North scoreboard. You've been watching high school football on YourLiveEvent.com.